so it's not muted.
Is that the settings for the app in it there, yeah? Streaming settings. Audio settings.
Into a stereo channel is enabled if the stereo output is inverted.
It's on now.
Okay, I can hear it.
You can hear it now, yeah?
It just came on now.
It just came on, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, go. Check it.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
But check on this thing if you can see. Can you see it, yeah? Can you see the video? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, man, let's roll. Let's get some end of the world scriptures, brothers, man. Chariots. It's alright, Akina.
Yeah.
Chariots, end of the world, man. Because you know, what was I seeing, man? I saw some stuff this week, man. But let's start. Let's get on let's just get some second Ezra's everything, man.
Alright, this is...
Yeah, because what I saw this week was, you know, they're basically tightening the grip on this society, man. Because they're going to bring in the... I see that they're going to start making people work from home again, stuff like that. So that's Esau, basically... They're going to lock it down again eventually, maybe. But we know that the next steps is going to be worse, man. Because they're already... and people are already... I see people already fed up. You know, wow, we've got to work from home again and stuff. So there's a lot of uncertainty going on, man. But one thing we know that's prophecy is that they're going to do something where they're going to have to implement the chip soon, the MOTV soon anyway.
Even this week, you had Elon Musk saying in 2022 they're basically doing more human trials with actual CHIP implants into their brain, man. You know, and then how it's pending FDA what's it called approval. You know, so basically they're speaking about people actually being implanted with the thing in their brain, man, next year. You know,
which is up the road.
It's a couple months away. Couple
month
away. You know, so this is Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, "Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?"
Yeah, what's the meaning? Basically, when are you come? They were asking, when is the Lord gonna come back, man? You know, and what's the signs? Because the Lord gives some signs, right? He said, "What's the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world?" Because it's the end, and when it says the end of the world, it's the end of the age, man. Right, the end of the age of Esau, pretty much. The end of the age of Esau ruling this world, man. So the disciples were asking, "Look, when are you gonna come back, man? What's the signs that we know you're coming?" So he's gonna go into certain things, isn't it? There.
Yeah.
Go on, because the Lord gives signs, man. All right, there's signs in the heavens. Like with the moon. Like that's in Genesis. The one light for the day, one light for the night. They're gonna be they're gonna be for signs. That's why when you have lunar eclipses. Go on, you want to say something?
No, but you mentioned lunar eclipse that happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they said that alignment hasn't been since the year 144.
Yeah.
1440. Yeah. So 144. That's a spiritual number in the scriptures, man. Revelations.
There you go, man. So things like that. So and they've been occurring, more recently. Exactly. So we know that it's close to the Lord's coming, man. There's no way that the Lord can't be coming back with the state of affairs of this earth, man. You really think you're going to be on the earth and, Esau's going to be ruling and just locking it down and implementing this, putting things inside you forever? It ain't going to be like this forever, man. There's no way Esau can rule with this type of rulership the way it is now forever, bro. There's no way, man. The Lord's coming, man. Go on, man.
And it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, "Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many."
And that's happening. Hey, you got many. Make sure you keep double checking it too, right? I can't. Hey, you got many occurrences of that. people saying that they're the anointed. You know, people saying that they know when the end of the world will come. You know, there's people that have got, you know, disciples like that. There's people that follow them. You know, these so-called cults or whatever. Because we're technically like in a cult, but we're in a righteous cult.
We're a righteous cult.
We're in the truth cult. But you have different little factions, man, claiming they know when this is gonna happen. When
Christianity, even that.
Yeah. There was one I saw with this Edomite dude out there in like America. I think it was like the Midwest, and he was using like the scriptures as a you know, to basically claiming that he was like you know, like chosen by the Lord, that he knew prophecies and whatnot. I was watching this with a brother before, right? I was watching this with the elder brother Ramon, and we were watching this, and this dude, he was using his, you know, he said he knew when the end of the world would come or whatever, and this dude was popping all the young virgins. So he had a harem of young, sexy white women and that, but they were in his belief system, and he was popping them, the virgins. And then I think if I can remember correctly, the mums was even bringing the daughters to him because they believed in him. So that's an example of that. The Lord said, "Many shall come," because he was saying he knew when the end of the world would come and all this stuff, using the scriptures. I can't remember the dude's name, but it was this Edomite cat, and you got lots of people like that. And they have followers. So that's many people coming in the name of, you know, the Lord, using his words and that.
Yeah, I remember in YouTube there's a guy from like, I think Siberia or whatever, them places where Russia is, and look like Cesare Borgia.
Yeah.
And people are coming to him crying everything, you know, and you know, worshipping him, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the signs, man. And we've seen that.
Yeah.
We've seen that, man. We've seen many of those kind of things, man. Yeah.
Jim Jones, man.
Jim Jones,
Remember when he made them fucking them meaters drink the Kool-Aid?
In Guyana.
Yeah. And he fucking died off, man.
Which was poisoned in his congregation.
And it came out it was an operative for the CIA.
Exactly. You know? Yeah, so you've had many of these false, you know, like so-called false, you know, saviors, man. That's what the Lord said. Many, and then you've got people like you know, Malachi Z. York.
Yeah, them bug outs.
Yeah, Louis Farrakhan can fall in that. Brother Polite.
TD Jakes.
Did you say that again?
TD Jakes. He's been forcing people to take the maxi.
Eddie Longstrokes.
Eddie Long, Eddie Long, yeah. So they could all fall in that, man. But they're not. But the thing is, the one constant with these guys is that they ain't got the truth, man. They ain't got the truth. You don't see them for a while, then they pop back up. You know? Don't hear that. But the one constant with us is that we believe in. First of all, no one ain't coming in the name of Yahweh Shai like we are, man. Like the Israelite movement, but particularly Great Millstone, man. We come in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And then we coming in this talking about the scriptures constantly. And we ain't taking no breaks off it neither. Whether it be cold, whether it be snowing, you see something to do with GMS out there. Go, bro.
Go on. Read it. I'll go back to that.
This is Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Exactly. So if someone ain't coming according to the word of the Lord, there's no light in them, man. You know, so you know if someone's, you know, like these false teachers, you know, because they're not coming in they come in their own vibe, man. But then they'll put a twist on the scriptures or whatever. I said this, or the Lord, you know, but then you got to come in the name of the Lord, man. You got to come in the Lord's spirit and come in the whole truth. Come out of the word. Because if you knew, if you had your right mind, right, you know that the scripture says no man knows the time.
Yeah.
So you can't be fooled by any people out there, because no man knows the time the Lord's coming.
Yeah.
But the Father.
Yeah. And even there's that precept that says, if someone comes to you saying, Lord, here, you know, come in the cave, that's where the Lord's going to meet us. That it's a lie. Because basically says, because as the lightning shines from the east to the west, that's how the Lord's going to come. So when the Lord comes, everyone's going to see him.
Exactly.
You know, you know, all nations, everyone's going to see him and his chariots. So that proves what you're saying, man. You know, if people come and tell you, oh, come in the forest somewhere, you know, you turned up. Come on, man. He's coming as a king, man. Conquering lion, man. You think he's going to come in the forest and link you in the woods? What's happening, man?
Got a precept?
Go on, man.
Revelations 1:7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Yeah, so when the Lord comes, there's going to be no mistaking what it is.
Yes.
You know? He shall, you know, like, because even you got these teachers, right, that have these congregations. You know, they've even got their way of how the Lord will come back. They you know, they'll teach false ways of how the Lord will come back. Because one thing is for sure, they're not teaching his image. They're not teaching what he looks like. You know? But when the Lord comes, the scriptures already just told you, there's going to be no denying what it is.
Yeah, come.
You know?
I have a quick one.
And when he comes, what's going to happen is that it's going to destroy all these false teachers, these false religions, these religious schools of thought. It's going to all be destroyed when he returns. The Catholic Church, the mosques, you know, the Sikh temples. When Yahweh Shai returns, man, he's going to do away with all of that. And that includes all these, you know, these upstarts that just spring out of nowhere that have their congregation. You know, they have their versions of the truth.
Yeah.
They're going to be swept away too, man.
This is Acts 5 and 36. For before these days rose up Judas, boasts himself to be somebody.
Yes, so go on.
Yeah, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
Yeah, because it's even get the one Isaiah. If you can get the one
About Jesus.
No, get the one where it says, "If this be of man."
I'm here.
Oh, you. Sorry.
Yes,
sorry.
Acts 5, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, yes. So it said they were slain and scattered abroad, because why? Because they weren't, you know, they were.
Who's going according to his
own heart. So that shows you, because you know what that shows you, that today, what you see today, there's nothing new under the sun, bro. You might have these. You see, like that. I was mentioning that dude from America, and he pops the virgin. Not like I see York. This dude, he pops these virgins, and in the name of, you know, because they look at him as a prophet. You know what I mean? Like, so the thing is, there's nothing new. There's people that have always come with their own ways of belief. That follow me, I've got the truth. That's nothing new, man.
Remember that guy?
But they weren't coming in the true spirit, though. That's why it gets scattered abroad, because you can't do nothing. You can't claim that you're doing the Lord's work, but you're as a what's that way I'm thinking? Like you're like as a man, so to speak, as in not. I'm saying it in the wrong way. Basically, you're not coming out of his words. Basically,
You're doing your own thing.
you're doing your own thing. That's what my point. Because we're men, but Lord willing, we believe we're doing it sincerely.
Speaking according to the word as well.
Isaiah 8, yeah.
Like you're saying, you can't add and take away from the word.
That's right.
That's what a lot of these guys, they do that.
That's why they get scattered abroad. They don't last long.
Yeah, because like, you know, these false prophets, they're having epiphanies. That's not based upon the scriptures, man. You know, where they go, I'm the chosen one. You know, all of those
Brother
that
said can barely hear you.
sure.
It was loud in my phone.
That's at 1402. He said that.
I mean, it sounded pretty loud on the brother's phone.
Sounds loud here.
You said 1402.
Yeah, at 202 he said I can barely hear you. Hey Arkyam, can you
Yum,
hear
yum.
us on the board? Can you hear us?
Oh, Banyam Yam.
If you want, we can come closer.
Yeah, come close.
Let's come a bit closer. Yeah, so anyway,
kindreds of the earth shall
can hear, innit?
because of him. Yeah, it's like,
sound pretty good. Huh?
you said 1402.
Go on, man.
Alright, anyway.
Yeah, speak a bit louder, yeah.
Anyway,
It's all right.
and it says, and after this man rose up. Is it right, yeah?
Go on, I can hear it for
Right.
you.
And after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all.
Yeah, they get their followers.
Yep.
You know, people, you know, probably, you know, people like how certain people dress,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how certain people speak. I'm following him.
Yeah.
You know,
What even
they speak too rough, or
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
swear too much, or
Yeah.
you
Them
know?
little excuses, yeah.
I'm gonna go with him. I believe the Lord's gotta be with him.
Yeah.
Look at his shiny Nikes.
Yeah. Well, prime example is that Jake they call what's that nigga's name? Farrakhan.
Yeah.
He's a fucking, in terms of like oration, he's a fucking great speaker, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact go
I ain't gonna lie. You know what
he gets his grip.
you know,
And the black man,
the
Yeah,
black
he gets-
man.
original man, all of that. Yeah.
He gets
The
his
devil.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I remember around the time I was first hearing the truth in school. I kind of I heard him, innit? I heard a bit what he said. So I even asked the guy who taught me the truth. I said to him, bro, how's this guy alive if he's such a powerful speaker? You know, even that's before I properly came in. I said, how are you alive? And he told me, no, this guy's an agent.
Of course.
But it makes sense, man.
All those decked out podiums.
Yeah. Ooh, you know, the only time,
Gatherings,
you know,
massive gatherings,
bro,
halls. Who's paying for all of that?
in it, big congregation
Security.
of
The fruit
Yeah.
loops of Islam.
yeah.
I think they're called the fruit of Islam.
Yeah,
the
the fruit-
security.
yeah, well-
they're like jujitsu.
Yeah.
Black belts.
Yeah,
assassins and shit.
and bald heads and bow ties.
Assassins.
Yeah.
Big
Ex-military hitmen.
Yeah. But
But
that's
they even
the
show
point.
you that in the that's another topic. But go ahead. That's true. I got something. That's true.
And it says,
You can't, man.
and it says, and after this man rose up, Judas of
And
Galilee.
and Farrakhan, his people go back to his line goes back to Amalek. How about that, man? Through his dad, man.
Wow.
I think it's through his grandfather's like goes back to Amalek, bro. So, and you know you got how about that? You know these niggas out there, but they love Farrakhan, but he's actually goes back to Amalek's, which is obviously he's a Jake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But it's like, how about
But
that?
like, if that came out on them,
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
if that was one of us, people would be bugging out.
Yeah,
that brother there
He's
with
a
the
white
left
man.
garment.
Yeah.
His father's a
granddad, exactly.
Yeah.
His granddad goes back to
Yeah. All of that.
you know.
Yeah.
His granddad goes back to Serbia, man.
Von
He's
Schnitzel.
gotta be
You
an
know?
Edomite.
Yeah.
If that was one of the bros,
It's
you
true.
got Edomites. But then what about Farrakhan, man?
His
Exactly.
father's Amalek.
All of that.
They'll never, if that came out, we would never hear the end of it. Like, if you had a brother who was kind of like light skinned, or his dad's a Jew from Israel, like, mate, you never heard the rest of it. Alright, anyway, he says, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed
But that's
him,
what
were
that's what
dispersed.
dudes do, because even we've kind of seen stuff like that. You got people that they might fade away, and what they want to do is draw out people to come along with them. And that never lasts long, man. You go out there, and then they might be out there for a bit of a gathering, then they disperse, man. Look at all these, even these the so-called stronger Greeks out there now. I'm not gonna throw any names out there, but they're not even going as hard as they once were. You know what I'm trying to say? And then there's a lot of dirt that's come out on them. Imagine with Great Millstone, all the slander that they put on us.
Still going strong.
But then why are we going strong though? Because we're not coming in our name. We're not coming in our body. We're coming in the name of the Lord and in His words. I'm saying we're coming out in our flesh, but we're coming out of His words. That's why a Great Millstone, is standing the test of time in this world, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Because it's not according to me.
And Great Millstone, we don't give a fuck if people listen or not, because we care about the elect.
Care about the truth.
See, it says that here many people followed them. We don't want many people to follow us. We're not about that. We're not about quantity, man. We're about quality. The elect. So we're about the elect coming in. So it don't matter about many people, man, because we know if you believe in the Lord, you know what His word says. The word says that the people that are gonna believe are just gonna come. My sheep
get
hear
that.
my voice.
Matthew 7. Straight.
They're just gonna come, man, and that's it.
I got more.
Go on, man.
And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
Yeah.
But if it be
Yeah. So if you're doing the the counsels, but in the spirit of a man, just like not even teaching the Lord's word properly, man, it's gonna disperse.
Well,
Yeah, man.
what's that Jake that got you know that Jake, you know the film was done on Judas and the Black Messiah.
But that
Fred
Spike
Hampton.
Lee
Okay.
movie.
Fred Hampton, right? I think that's his name, isn't it?
Was that one of the latest
Oh.
ones?
Yeah.
Is that with the Get Out, brother?
Yeah,
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
It's a
Okay.
good film. It's a good
Black
film.
Panthers and that.
Yeah, and then if you watch the film, the whole story is how the CIA got involved to kind of just get him murked, basically. And if you even go to his actual story, they shot his house like, they shot up his room like fucking 100 times, man. But anyway, you know him, you know when he started doing his thing, he was very charismatic, young, as people say, a powerful speaker. But he got taken out, man. And you know when he was first doing what he was doing, there was Jakes. If you go into the history, there was Jakes back then thought he was the second coming on the Lord. Like in terms of
Followed him.
they were like, yeah, man, this brother Fred Hampton, you know. But guess what? He got smoked. He got smoked, man.
And now he's just another name
his
in
bed.
history, man.
You know, and there's actually a Jake, there's actually a video on YouTube where the spy Jake, you know, who he actually did a full interview of how they paid him to go and put, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And I think they spiked his food or something where it made him bed tired. Basically, the guy got smoked in his bed. So the point I'm making is, like at that time, Jake thought, yeah, this is the great black savior, and he got shot up in his bed.
Well, there was a president. He said, if there's gonna be a black savior,
I think it was a Hoover, innit?
it might have been Hoover. Yeah. He said if there's
I think it was the same president who was around the time Fred Hampton.
of that
Yeah.
era. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they said,
Edgar Hoover.
Yeah,
right,
that's it.
Prevent the rise of a black Messiah.
Yeah.
what is that? Read the quote. Read the
it
quote.
says-
You got it there. Read,
J. Edgar Hoover, it
Got
says,
it.
prevent the rise of a Messiah. It says, prevention of a black Messiah, basically.
Yeah,
That's what
because
it's
basically, if there's ever gonna be a black Messiah for these Negroes to follow, we're gonna create him.
Wow.
That's why they're all set up, man.
Orchestrated.
They're all controlled, man. You know, even in that time now, in the time we're reading in the scriptures, who was ruling Rome, which is today Rome, right? So a lot of them dudes, you know, probably getting funded, paid by the Roman Empire. They teach
Herod.
Herod.
You know, Fox.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
He
Which
was
is
basically a
tear.
puppet.
Yeah, he's a puppet leader. Look,
Puppet
like
leader.
posing as an Israel, but he's a tear.
Yeah, he was a tear.
But it's the same, like the creating the black Messiah, they say, so then Jake can follow. So who runs that though? Esau. That's why it comes to naught, man. In the end, like all those the Black Panther leaders, they were all like groomed from them schools.
The door was groomed.
They were groomed from them schools, and then they were taught, just like Obama.
Yeah.
Same scenarios. They groomed and put in position. Yeah, you're gonna do this. We're gonna
MLK.
create this movement. Martin Luther King, all of them. We're gonna create this movement, and you're gonna have all these Jakes follow you because they don't know no better.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like a god to them.
Yeah. Even
You know.
even MLK's speech, it wasn't even a speech that he himself wrote.
No, I think it was as a white brother that
Yeah,
wrote
it was-
it. Amalekite.
Yeah.
Amalekite wrote
No.
it, man.
So you know these Jakes are
White
moved.
brother, an Amalekite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know these Jakes are moved to tears. I have a dream.
Yeah.
The black man and white, all of that. It wasn't even written by him, man. It was written by a so-called Jew.
Yep.
You see?
Oh, and
Shows you it's all a game. But let me finish this. And it says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel of this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, you cannot overthrow it.
Yeah. So if the spirit of the Lord's with it, there's no destroying it. You know. But that's why all these, like we were saying, all these, these messiahs that Esau's created, they haven't stood the test of time. They've been done away with, either assassinated. Then you know what Esau will do? Make a picture of them and give them a month every other year, and immortalize them, so to speak, in their deaths. You know, because why? It was all of men, man. You know, you had all these Jakes that didn't know no better. Really 2/3 and that anyway, man. Hordes of 2/3 following them too, man. Rallying for them, right? Willing to die for them. So we do the same thing, but in a right way.
Righteous.
Because we're willing to die, but for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Not for fucking MLK or motherfucking Malcolm X. Or because they talk right. Or the Fruity Loops of Islam. You see them all, they're always standing around. What's his name? What's that one? Farrakhan.
Yeah,
You
Farrakhan.
lay a finger on him, they'll take you out. The fruity guy, the fruits of Islam, they'll take you out. You lay a finger on him.
Man.
They're willing to die for him.
Yeah.
And you know, some of them dudes probably don't even know the depths of who he is.
Hey,
That it's illuministic, and some of them don't even. Some of them are sincerely
bugged out.
Yeah.
bugged out, bro. But we're willing to do the same thing, but for righteousness' sake, for Yahweh Shai, for the word.
Hey, and
That's why we're here. It's the same thing,
same
but we got the truth. We believe we got the truth, 100% with it.
yeah.
Go on,
And a quick point I wanted to mention is that, and the thing about this truth is that even if we individually die, this truth will still continue
on.
getting
Exactly.
strong. Like if Farrakhan got assassinated, you ain't gonna never hear some new Jake might come up, but it ain't gonna have the same power anymore. You know?
Yeah, because Farrakhan's immortalized, man.
He's immortalized.
He's not even dead yet, and he's reverenced.
Yeah. But the point I'm making is if Farrakhan died now, you might have a bug out try and
won't be
take
the
the
same.
mantle,
Won't be
but
the
that the fire they have for Farrakhan will be gone.
Exactly.
Not
Yeah.
the same, yeah.
But like, you know, with us, you know, there's great men that are in the spirit world and the truth is getting stronger.
And the Lord will just do like, because it's the Lord's business, he will just put a heavy spirit, a heavy spirit on a new brother that comes in. He's the new vessel.
But that's what I was saying. A prime example is our apostles.
Yeah.
The great men before them, they're in the spirit world, but there's more fruit now.
Yeah.
You know?
It continues on. Because the word, the Bible, the scriptures talk about the word being everlasting. You know what I mean? Even when we're in the kingdom, the earth's still going to be governed by the word. It doesn't end. The scriptures talk about the word being like water, everlasting rivers of living water, man. It's a living thing. This ain't controlled by no Edomite, man. See all these other little factions that everything in this world's controlled by Esau apart from this, bro. That's actually the truth. Everything in this world, even all you Jake movements, you're control the BLM. Who the fuck runs that? That's the latest fad to come up.
It was funded by
Esau and
Rockefellers,
Dykes.
man. Yeah.
But Esau really runs that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, even the
Every
feminist
little
movement.
movement, man. All
The
these,
feminist movement.
yeah.
Aaron Russo came out when he spoke to Nick Rothschild.
No. Rockefeller.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Which
And-
is a Rothschild.
Yeah.
They're Rothschild.
But anyway, what did he say? The feminist movement was a creation, you know, for us to basically get them out of the fucking home and tax them, you know. But then you actually have feminists at rallies with tears in their eyes, men and all that.
Believe in that shit.
And I don't even know it's funded by fucking men. Even I forgot her name, but I believe it was in the 60s. There was like Edomite dyke, you know, who's part of that feminist movement, who basically came out and said that I was funded by the CIA, man. She actually admitted it in an interview, you know.
And even also in that time period, there was interviews at that time period, and even women were refusing that. They didn't want to. They didn't want to become a feminist. They didn't mind being a housewife under their men. But but they pushed the opposite side.
Either cooking and staying home,
Yeah.
and then the man works.
Yeah.
But you see, even with it all correlates because we're talking about feminism, really. Yeah, but the point is, even with that, the man could sustain the house because he earned enough for all of them.
For the whole family.
And as they push the feminism, then the economy changed and stuff like that. Where even things like a man that could now sustain his family with his yearly wage, couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So now the woman has to go out and work, and
Yeah.
you know, all the
Yeah,
confusion comes. So it's madness. But the point is, it's all controlled by Esau. Even your black messiahs, man.
Oh,
So-called black messiahs and all that. It's controlled by Esau, man.
actually, I have a quote from J. Edgar Hoover.
Check the stream.
So I just had it. Yeah, it says there will never be another black Messiah unless we recreate him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes,
You know, and it's funny because, you know, there was actually some information that came out during the week that the Vatican actually funded some research to try and find the bones of King David to artificially bring back the Lord through the DNA of King David's bones. There's actually information that came out.
That's what Esau does.
Because he's carnal.
That's in the scriptures. They shall dig up the bones of Judah
and stretch it out the sun.
Wow.
So that's for their yeah, there you go. That's for their all like their museums and
The museums.
you know, what do they call those people that
Archaeologists, yeah.
Archaeologists and stuff.
You know, there's places in Israel that the public can't go today to this day because you got archaeologists there. What are they doing? Trying to dig up the bones of Joab and you know,
and try and raise them up through their so-called artificial intelligence. But it's not gonna work. First of all, Esau, if you was like here it is, and that proves that the you know the scripture speaks about the false prophet. That's the whole Roman, you know,
The Vatican.
yeah, man. You know, because really Islam comes out of them. You know, you got these guys in
the fruity loops of Islam.
Fruity Loops of Islam, cursing out the Bible. Well, even though they're
babies of the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it actually, if you go into the history of Islam, it came out of the Roman Catholic Church.
And I believe
it's basically a spin-off. Like, you know, some guys said, yeah, "Come on, man, let me just write."
So really, they all goes back to the scriptures.
Yeah,
man.
the false
one
prophet,
way or
man.
another, man. Everything's in the Bible, man.
Yeah.
And all the creation, everything comes from actually the scriptures. It's kind of deep though. Even on the physical realm, everything correlates back to the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What was you gonna say, Marzo?
I was gonna say I think one of their top imams is like a Edomite.
See?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The fruity guy. Even the Nation of Islam, the fucking an Edomite was the one that gave the information to the what's his name, to Elijah Muhammad. He said it's like some Turk or something. And then apparently he's telling him the religion that's for the black peoples. You know, and then Elijah Muhammad became like the forefront of it. Come on, man. And I think Elijah Muhammad was either Elam or something. I don't know. Man. He's probably a Jake.
He's Jake, but he's weird.
But anyway, that's of men.
Yeah.
But really, it's some creation of the CIA and all that, man.
You know, you have that saying, controlled opposition. You know, because basically they will end up infiltrating and then leading it themselves, and they'll turn it wherever they want to.
But that's why Esau can't, bro. But Esau can't, But Esau can't do that with this truth. See, Esau will try it. He'll bring like agents with perfect beards. Shalom, they'll be around for 4 years.
And the spirit is cut in the camp.
Just all
and
the
there.
dude might be, the dude, you might think, hey, he's cool, man, let him join or whatever. And the dude might come in, and then, because there's agents.
There's agents, bro.
That's a fact.
It's scriptures, Jude,
That's
innit?
hey, bro, that's the world we live in, man. You have that you have that even in work, in work environments. You have people called secret shoppers. You know?
Mystery
And they'll come
shoppers.
in, but he's like an agent, and he works. He's the manager of the company. Then he'll be there like seeing people at the tills and all that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Esau sends in agents, and then he's seeing what that brother got Philippians. I don't know, not even that brother. You know, you say your government name because you know your pictures on the walls in the offices.
Shit, yeah.
They'll be there just watching that you pulled Philippians, and they go back and report it. You got Philippians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really, that's some carnal shit. All we're doing is reading the word. You can bring in and then they always got them perfect beards, no patch. You know, and the beard.
Silky garments.
I'm only joking.
But there's agents.
But there's agents. That's
agents. But hey, guess what? When these agents come around us, look,
they get cut.
And it's like this. Because Yahweh Shai as well, when it come time to his persecution, they had to lie. Like, there was like, you know, he said he's going to break down the temple and build it back. Really, he's talking about himself. You know, dying and being raised up after the third day, which is the fourth day. So that's what they're going to do unto us. Esau's going to get to a stage where he's going to have to lie, the accuser of thy brethren. You know, you know that's what's about to happen, man.
Time.
You know, so the same persecution, you know, Scripture speaks about us bearing a cross. So part of us bearing our cross is bearing lies on us. That's what's gonna happen, man.
And you know what? The Lord's been building us
Nero.
up because
The fire.
Yeah.
The fire.
He burned it on the Christians,
Blamed
which
on the
is
Christians.
Israel.
Yeah.
You know, that's why even in the history we had to go in the catacombs, man.
Catacombs.
Which is the underground of Rome. And now that's like fucking.
And then in the Maccabees as
Now
well.
that them places are like visited by. I don't know if tourists can go there now, but you know they're like sacred places now.
Yeah.
Man, that was places where we were going to hide from you devils, man.
Yeah. Well,
You see how Esau,
yes,
he would take our oppression and fucking, you know, they enjoy it, our oppression, our history and all that. That was really a bad time
Yeah.
where you have to hide to practice what you believe.
Yeah. And even John, the Revelator, like on the Isle of Patmos, there's actual caves where they say that's where John got his revelations, where people go and worship. But he was there
catching hell.
He was in exile.
He was banished there, man.
Salt mines.
Exactly.
No?
That's true. He was actually there getting the revelation, but then and the Lord was revealing things to him. But he was actually there, like thinking
more or less slavery. Prisoner.
That's it.
Banished by Rome.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, but the thing is, the Lord's building us up to these things because even look at it like this. On the, you know, for the years, the scoffers have called us rapists, have said, you know, tried to expose brothers' jobs, get them fired. That's part of slander. That's part of liars on you. So we've been kind of like bearing these things anyway. Obviously, it's going to get worse.
But it's a build-up.
People call them brothers, families might call them, you know, the mujahid, the T word, you know, all of that shit.
Fucking up, man.
You know, brothers, family call them the T word.
Getting blasted, man.
That's fucking offensive. What the fuck you talking about? You're calling me that for reading the Bible.
Wow.
That's some slander for you, man. So that shit. But the Lord, because the Lord's with you, you got a protection from it. But that's still heavy, man.
Yeah,
You call these things.
Yeah.
Like people lying on you.
And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know, we can't go around the fact that we're gonna be persecuted for this.
To the scriptures.
And it's gonna be main stage. You know, which I'm gonna get a few scriptures on that. This is Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Exactly.
So falsely. It ain't gonna be right, because that's why the scripture basically speaks about basically, you know, the scripture says something like basically walk circumspectly, so that people can't like use your bad actions to blame the truth. Basically, I can't think of the word, and there's a scripture that says
it's like be blameless, isn't it?
Be blameless, so that they can't have an accusation. It says that.
Even Samuel said that.
Yeah.
Because even Samuel, remember,
yeah.
he said, look, where, I can't remember
Yeah,
where
no,
it is.
I know what you're talking
He said, look, where did I steal? Tell me where I did this. Tell me where I did anything
Have
negative.
you got anything to
show
say?
me the evidence.
Show me the evidence.
So even he, which is what you just said, walking to be blameless.
Yeah.
That's how we got to kind of walk. But then even us, look, man, we own with our shit.
Yeah.
Let's be real about it, man. If we've done something, which we're not trying to justify it for the scoffers, but you see, amongst ourselves, we own what we do, man. Yo, brother, look, you know, we fuck up, we know what we did something, man.
Hey, but again,
so that's what it is, man. And then another thing is that another deeper thing of this truth as well is that, you know, the Lord, just a mentality. The Lord deals with, the Lord's dealing with you, say the Lord's got different mercies for everyone. So there's brothers that can do something where the Lord can is still with them.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's extremes to things you can do, but the Lord, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So people don't even get that.
Hey,
they just want to get you for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You said this, you did this, you did that. Well, we know. We've done certain. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
The Lord, but we still keep our faith in the Most High, man.
Hey, but
a lot of what they say is just straight up cap.
Yeah. Exactly. Like the scripture says, basically, any of you that suffer, don't suffer as a murderer. Like, that's why we don't go and push forth guns.
Yeah.
So even though we might, you know, things might happen, you know, a fucking Edom might antagonize you in the road. You knock him out and you get fucking arrested for a fucking, you know, a couple of days. Cool, those things happen. But in terms of, you ain't gonna see no brother in Great Moonstone
Instigating.
with a video with a fucking
you get in trouble for that.
You get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
You get in trouble for that.
You know what I mean?
It's happened. There's been people that have brought things
Yeah.
to camp, and guess what? The
fucking get in
apostles
trouble.
put it out there. It got aired out, man. Stuff like that's gone on,
Exactly.
but that's not the spirit. Man.
That's not the spirit. Because it gets called out.
But
Exactly.
the thing is as well, it's like, that's the thing, is like, you said about the slanders, the false, you know, that's what they're going to do. You know, we've been saying it for years. They might have a time where, you know, they put your picture up on the fucking news.
That's what's
It's in the scriptures, yeah.
And then they might have a wild picture of you too. Looking all wild, like that.
Rough.
You know, you turn to the side like,
It might be when they've caught you at a time, you know, they've got a snap of you somewhere.
yeah.
You might finish working out or some
Yeah,
wild
so you're
you're sweating with
yeah.
a beard. Like,
Bare testosterone.
and then they'll paint it the way they want. You know, Esau's doing
Yeah.
with these tricks.
Yeah.
Or like, you'll be in the street, you comb, you throw the afro comb, and the comb stare. Look at him like, man, look at this bug out, man.
And he was apparently scouting the you know, the high road of so and so. You know, because they're gonna slander.
But that's cool. Do it, man. Fucking do it. It's written anyway. Right? I got more.
Go on, man.
It says, evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For
You know,
so
before, I'm sorry. Rejoice. It said, we're supposed to be happy anyway at these things. But what I want to say, I'll make a point where it goes onto this. Because I remember when we used to go to Camp Oxford Street, and then there was times when, you know, remember Esau was just hitting people with that tea thing. Heavy.
Yeah.
There was attacks every other week. France was getting this, England. And I remember once it was like, for like maybe 7 months, man, I was getting on trains going to camp, and then people were getting off the carriage, switching carriage or getting off, and I used to get like kind of like messed up, like thinking shit, maybe they're looking at me like that's what it is. That's probably what it was. Because brothers would go through things like that mentally, but now it's like you grow to think, fuck that.
Fuck them.
I'm not the one that's in the wrong. You are.
Yeah.
You know, these people, they're so scared, they scurry around.
They're
These sort
bots,
of pumps shit in their brain. First of all, we're not the ones that's off, so we got to kind of own more of our spirit. You got to grow to own it more. Like before, it was a thing where I'd complain about that. Even to brothers, I'd be, oh man, people think I'm out there. You know, I might say like, I've seen it. I've seen people get off the trains and shit. I'm like, because they might think I'm gonna blow the carriage off. You know, shit. But what I'm saying is, we're not doing that. So it's like you gotta grow. You know, you might have a time. You might be walking in a certain spirit, and you see crackers scared of you. You shouldn't. At the end of the day, what are you doing wrong? You're not scaring them. No, you're not doing anything to do that. It's they're convicted. So my point I'm saying is, the people of the world, they're the ones that's off, not us. If we're right, we're the ones that's right. We're not off, bro. It's them. That's why they're scurry. They're scared. Go on, man. So, but that's why they will do that. Persecute. Yeah, go on.
No. And it says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Exactly. So, because if you know, suffering these things, the scripture says rejoice and be glad, because you know it said your reward is in heaven.
Yep.
And then it said they did it to the prophets before you, man. So even after you got something, Isaiah, I got something here. Because after, let's get Hebrews 11 as well.
Faith.
About what the men of the faith went through before.
I was stoned.
Yeah, but we're supposed to rejoice because there's a reward for this. You know, so it's all good anyway, man. Because look, at the end of the day, man, there is no life here. Even if the way you got to think is that even if the Lord takes you out tonight, which God forbid, you don't wish that on no one. But guess what? You're going to a better place, man. You're in the spirit, you're off, you're done. Your course is finished. If you died in the faith, your course is finished.
It's a blessing.
You don't have to fucking be here anymore, waking up for shitty jobs, getting your money ripped off, or, you know, like having to live in this FRN fake world. You don't have to deal with it anymore. But the point is, there's a reward in the heavens, man. That's the point. So with all this that's going on, you're going to be rewarded.
I've got something.
You know?
After
Go on,
you.
man.
Quick one. I'll read the point. This is Matthew 10 and 16.
Spirit.
That's
That's
it.
it, brother. That's it. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves."
That's a heavy point, man. Because a sheep is like you can basically do what you want to a sheep.
He's prey, harmless.
Harmless, bro. You know. So yeah. And I was thinking about that because I was thinking about this in the week. Like the sheep, is the Lord's favorite animal. You know, like you see all these wild animals of today. Like like today, you grow up, you love lions.
Yeah.
That's in our spirit, bro. We love lions.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Lord's favorite animal is actually a sheep.
Yeah, lamb, sheep, yeah.
Lamb,
It's funny because it's kind of deep. Yahweh Shai is likened as a lamb
And a lion.
and a lion.
Wow. Two
So
different
there's something
sides.
to the lambs too, man. Like there's obviously deeper things to them. They're not no stupid animals, man. If it's the Lord's favorite, it's like
It's
like
humble.
it's a humble animal, man. But there's a lot to it. I'm sure if you delve into the history of lambs and things about them, there's a lot to them, man. For it to be like the Lord's favorite animal as well.
They're very,
But what we do see of it in the flesh is that it's like easily led. It's easily it's harmless. That's what we can kind of see of it in the spirit.
Even you know
Not in the spirit. That's what we can see in our flesh. If you go to a farm, you can see sheep.
Yeah.
They're just grazing.
And if you see a video of one being killed, like slaughtered, they chill, man. They chill,
Wow,
You know what I mean? They just, they don't really fight.
Yeah, and a sheep is you've always got watchers waiting because the wolves want to come and kill them.
And that's why you got sheepdogs.
Sheepdogs, like that Turkish Anatolian Kangal,
Yeah.
That's a sheepdog.
Yeah.
Protects the flocks.
Yeah. Protects the flock and makes them stay in order, basically.
Men,
That's
know,
why you
like
got shepherd.
shepherds. That's what a shepherd is, isn't it? Protecting the flock. So it's true, man. So we're in the you read that part again, bro.
It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves."
We're sheep in the midst of wolves, man. Imagine that. So you think about that. The world we live in we're surrounded by wolves, man.
Wolves that want to take you out.
Wolves that want to take you out, man. In the truth, outside of the truth, in this, people that don't even know nothing about the truth are wolves. Everyone's technically like a wolf out there. And I can remember this point that there's a brother in America, he makes this point before. He's in a New York camp, and he said, look, like brothers in GMS, we might have this look like, like brothers might look rough and stuff. You got brothers that look rough and all that, where people in the eyes of the world, they might look at you like a wolf. But really, we're the sheep. Then you got these prim and proper church pastors, but they're the biggest adulterers. Some of them are murderers. Some of them dudes are like bosses of the areas, but they pose as a church pastor. Look at them. Watch that show, that new show, man. I was watching BMF. Snoop Dogg's in it. And he's a church pastor with the rings. Come on, bro. I think he even was puffing weed. He was linked with the street guys. Getting money off them, but he's a hustler, but he's a church pastor.
Oh, he's telling them to
pay tithes.
Pay big tithes.
Big time tithes.
Wow.
But then he's got all the rings. He looks like a street guy. But he's a church pastor. He's a wolf.
Yeah, and some of these churches, some of these jakes who sell drugs, that's where they go and clean their money, man.
Oh, it shows you that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It shows you that because there's other things that show you that, man. Program. That show never showed it, but there's another one. Because churches, they'll have like even like the black church and stuff. They'll have like black churches. They'll have. They'll have like sorry, what do you call it when you
exemption,
got
tax exemption?
Not just tax exemption, but they'll have things like funding in other countries, like not funding, but what do you call it when you're helping let's say I'm helping a community in Nigeria, a children's community. Donations, but we're building a hospital there.
Oh yeah.
Like we're building a football academy for the kids, but it never gets built. But the money's coming from Esau to build it. But they're taking
missionaries,
stuff like that. But then what they'll do, they'll have I'm gonna
a project.
a project. So they'll get money from Esau, but they will never be building it there. But then they'll use that as a front to wash money for people.
Yeah. That's what they do.
We've got because then they can do it legitimately. But nothing's ever getting built there. But then you know what I'm trying to say. So they do stuff like that. It shows. Things show you that we've seen that. So that's what I'm saying. They're a bunch of fucking wolves, man. So and that's us as well. You might walking circumspectly, and walking blamelessly, because you're in the midst of wolves, man. People are waiting for you to slip up. The words you say, say the wrong thing. Someone's ready to fucking, nail you to a cross, man.
Yeah.
In this world, we gotta be super circumspect even more in this truth. You have to really believe in the Lord, in His faith, because that's your protection. There's people trying to nail you out here, man.
Got a little bit left.
Go on,
Last bit. This is the last bit. It says, "Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves."
And it's funny, like the Lord's favorite bird is a dove.
Dove.
So you have the sheep and the dove, man. They're both symbolism of peace. They're peaceful. You know what I mean? It's peaceful, man. What does it say? Be wise as serpents.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Yeah. So as you're saying, we gotta be circumspect and out here we have to use tact and wisdom. You know what I mean? Like don't go on the plantation and curse out your fucking boss, call him an Edomite.
Come on, bro.
Because when you first coming up in the truth,
They're fiery.
You might tell Jacob at work because he has a beard. Hey, bro, you heard about the Israelites, bro? That, hey, man, everyone's been through that. But
then the people that's hearing all of that are scheming now.
And then before you
Trying
know
to get
it,
sacked, doing
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
before you know it, you get brought in a meeting. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Oh, and then you know what I mean. But that's why from the experience that you gain and from advice from brothers, like bro, calm down, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Bro, you can't do that. You know what I mean? That's how
because
it be.
you know what, you can't live your, like even in that's part of growth.
Yeah, growth. Yeah.
You know why? Because you can't live your life like where we're already on the edge, but that's part of growth. You like being more controlled with your spirit. It's part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's part of it. You got to be more controlled as time goes on. Think more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
we're already angry as it is, but you can't walk around biting people's head. That's a losing battle. You can't walk around biting everyone, fighting everyone, basically. Not say biting everyone's head off, but say you can't walk around fighting everyone. That's a losing battle. You drain yourself. You got to be more tact, man. More like, controlled with your spirit. Like, you know what? Pick and choose when to say certain
That's
things.
it,
And even if like, there's people out there that's in the world where they might say things relating to this truth. You might start hitting them up with certain things. Because even where I was at yesterday, and this one cat started talking about Moses and the Bible to the other people that was there. And I was sitting there listening. I was like, he delivered the Israelites. He said Jake too. He started talking about that. And then he was saying he did, but I never said nothing. I was just listening.
Listen,
I was like, that's good. He said he delivered the Israelites, and then because Pharaoh was oppressing them, and then he said, but then, God put plagues on them, on them Egyptians. He was saying that in front of all these people. Then I was listening to some of them other dudes when he was saying that. Yeah, history says Pharaoh was the most proudest man. Like they know what's going on. But that dude was really deeper than them. He was cutting it. Oh, do you know? And he was saying, do you know anything about Pharaoh to some of them? Yeah, I know a little bit. Like that. Yeah, that Bible, I just ain't gone into it in a while.
Yeah. Fuck it.
But I was like, that's jokes. He was like bringing that out. Yeah. I just sat there quiet, like, hey, that's good, man. Because I was actually thinking, hey, Esau's gonna get plagued too.
Yeah, that's right.
He was actually talking. He was really talking about what's happening now.
But they didn't clock. Yeah, they didn't clock. Yeah.
Hey, but bro, what's spiritual about that? Because the point we're saying, being circumspect. Don't use every opportunity just to jump in. Like you might have for example, me, the place I'm working at now, the Jake I work with. Some days, bro, it looks like a Hebrew Israelite. He's a big Jake, Benjamite, big Zuf, but sometimes he shaves it off. He got nothing, but sometimes
he looks like the Hebrew of Hebrews.
Hebrews,
like he was front line for King David.
Yeah. And then you know this guy at work, he cursing out the Maxime to them. He said, "Look, man, because if you research, bro, they're trying to control us."
Yes.
And
you gotta sit there.
I chat to him, but like, I let him talk, innit?
That's it.
So he's like, yeah, man. And it's like, bro, so he asks me, like am I me maxing it? I said, no. He said, yeah, fuck that, I ain't getting it. Like, he's going in, but he, like, obviously, because he's in the world, he don't know, like, bro, don't fucking go tell these bastards. But guess what? When he's just talking, I just watch him. I'm like, hey, in my head,
on him, yeah?
you know, in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's, hey, you know, that's good, huh? You know what I mean?
He's got that zeal on him.
That's it, man.
But not according to knowledge.
Not according to knowledge. I have a quick one.
Go on,
1 Peter 4 and...
Hey, well, Yahweh Shai, I'm sorry, because you made me think, like, Yahweh Shai, yeah, he could have really just gone around just fucking punching holes through people.
He said he can call 12 legions.
I've got that as well after.
But what, you know what's a prime example of that?
He's going to get to do that now.
Yeah, when he comes.
You know, it's a different example, but an example is like he humbled himself to get baptized by John. And John even said to him, bro, I must needs be baptized by you.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, cause the point I was saying that even though you had to get baptized so that the scriptures must be come to pass, like, John was basically saying, like, really, you're over me, man.
Yeah.
And you can cause anything to actually happen. But the Lord was, you know, being humble in that moment, man. You know? This is a first Peter, and even remember that time them Jakes tried to throw him off the cliff.
Yeah.
He could have killed everyone there. You know, but he was biding his time, man. This is 1 Peter 4 and 12.
Yeah, and the Lord wasn't scared of no... See, it's true because Jakes know when to... It's funny when you think about it. Jakes, 2/3 or niggas know when to be tough
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then when Esau comes, they bow their fucking head. But Yahweh Shai didn't bow his head to no fucking Edomites, man. He told them Romans, man, what it is.
That's no power over me.
You can't do nothing to me, but if the Lord's allowing it, man. That's the he told them that. He was fucking them up spiritually.
Yeah.
He told them, look, if this was my kingdom, my lads would be fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
she was
raw.
letting them
He was
devils
raw.
know
Yeah.
that.
And he
Putting them
humbled
in their
himself
place,
in
yeah.
the flesh, but in spirit, he didn't get conquered, man.
Stuck to the word, man.
Like according to the flesh, he was humble. He didn't. No, apart from that time, which even that was prophecy when he was in temple overturned, because there's a prophecy in Psalms. The zeal of the Lord had eaten. What did it say? The zeal of the Lord had eaten me up. Yeah, me up. It's in Psalms, and that's why he overthrew the temples and whipped Jake. But in general, in the flesh, he was humble. But in spirit, whenever they tried to be slick with him, he cut him. Man. No, I don't try that, bro. You know, and that's the same thing you know for us now. You know, 100%. Like in the flesh, we don't go out there antagonizing. We don't walk around the street trying to, you know what I mean. But guess what? If you try and come at it spiritually, person will actually get cut, man.
You lose, man.
You lose.
The Lord's with it. He's with it. Go ahead,
Didn't even the Lord called Herod a fox?
A fox.
Yeah, he called him a fox. Man.
Go tell that fox, you know, basically, because even though he appeared as an Israelite, really the Lord knew he was an Edomite, man. Right? This is 1 Peter 4 and 12.
He was like, Karaka.
You know?
Somebody needs it.
1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushai's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Yes, yeah. So when Yahushai gets his glory, man. Yeah, you know that's that. I always think about that scripture when it says, "When lift up your heads, your redemption draws."
Luke.
Romans 13.
So it's the same kind of thing. Yahushai said, "What did he say? When I come, man, you're gonna be. When his glory is revealed, you're gonna be glorified with him, man. You know." So that's gonna be the time where you get to unleash, man. We're gonna go to have fun. Go to the nation, punch them up. Put them in slavery, use their spiritual power. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be part of the glory.
Yeah.
Like, you might want to do that, just take out 1,000 Sikhs. You know, like which a lot of them are Jakes. You know, I was checking them out. Yeah. they're like warriors as well, siege. But you know, you might go up against 1,000 Russian military Spetsnaz and just destroy them. Because it's fun, it's glory, it's part of your glory. But the glory of the kingdom as well is going into. But the point is, when the Yahushua comes, that's when you're gonna get that glory, man. Pretty much, you know.
It says
He gets his. And you know, but that's part of his glory too. He's gonna get to put his hands on people, bro.
yeah,
That
man.
put their hands on him, and that's with us too.
Yeah, man.
People that put their hands on us and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
or
yeah. People
you know,
have
fuck
done
with us spiritually. 2/3. We're gonna get, you know, get a lick back.
Lick back.
Yeah,
You know, like.
hey,
yeah.
Apostle Tahar said this many years ago. In that time of trouble, he gonna leap over.
I mean, he saw it,
to
yeah.
get to Jake.
It's true.
Because this is the last time in the judgment, man. So
Yeah, because
Lord
if you
willing,
think
when we
about
get
it-
this power, man, all these fuckers who harmed us, man.
Yeah, it's gonna,
You know?
it's gonna be peak time because the scripture says that all the blood that's been shed up until it goes into Zachariah, Abel, all the blood that's been
might
shed
come
by the
upon
two.
this generation.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen, man.
So there's a lot. Hey, that's a pile of
Man,
judgment.
man, you might push the whitest Edomite out of the way. We'll get moved, man.
Isn't it?
Push
So
him out
much
the way.
force. It was hit with
You
a
know?
tree. Like,
The Jake who scoffed against or came against you is probably standing behind the Edomite. Like, yeah, I know he's going to get move the Edomite out of the way and get to his ass,
After
man.
that. Yeah. Go on, that.
And it says, verse 14, if ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you. On their part he's evil spoken of, but on your part he's glorified.
And that's facts. Facts, as they say.
Facts.
Bro, in this world, everyone talks shit about the Yahweh Shai. The Lord, man. But then we're the only ones talking good of him. Like righteously of him.
Yeah.
It's true. Whenever you think about all the years of scoffers, like the Bible ain't true. That's scoffing against Yahweh Shai. That some of them even they'll say, well, what's his name? Then you might even say the name and they laugh at it. Yahweh,
It's true. Yeah,
they
that's
laugh
what's
at
happening.
it.
That's what they do.
I've had that happen when I was working once. I was outside, and then these fucking niggas with these stupid blonde dreads and that walked
God.
by where I was. Yahweh Shai, yeah? Yahweh Shai, yeah? They were
they're
saying,
taking the piss.
Yahweh, yeah? Like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of was taken back by it, you know, at the time. And I was like, yeah? I said, I just ignored it, like, type of, yeah, I said. And he's going, Yahweh Shai, yeah? Yeah, Yahweh. Like that, and that.
Fucking
I was like, how the
niggas,
fuck
man.
did they even know? These stupid niggas with red, like them boozy, what's them guy's name? Young hot thugs, and what's the dude's name with them stupid new... And you know they have them plaits and it's blonde and red and all that.
Yeah, all of
and
that.
they wiggle it around
Yeah,
and that.
looking like Skittles.
They look like GMO factory fucks, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're wiggling with bright
Yeah.
clothes on and all that.
Fuck it up.
They might have a fluorescent gloves and shit.
Ripped
And
jeans.
stupid jeans that's mad
Tight,
tight with
yeah.
holes and all that. And he said it to me, man.
Yeah.
Or them dudes, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Fuck.
yeah, how the fuck do you know? So there's just people that probably watch us and laugh for years and then know the name. That's a condemnation to them. Go ahead, I can go.
But that's Ezekiel, man. The scripture says what the people are in the walls talking against you. So them niggas were at home on a comment board like and all that, you know, laughing. But guess what? They're gonna fucking die, man.
A horrible death, man.
It says
They're already
because
dead, drinking lean and shit.
you know
Yeah.
because you can't mock the Heavenly Father's name, man, and the Son's name. You know, scoff at it.
Can't,
Yeah,
That's
you know.
that's death.
Death, man. You know? But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters, man. So that's scripture saying basically don't like if you call a brother tomorrow, yo, bro, I'm in the station. Why? Because you killed your girlfriend. Don't fucking come to us.
Yeah, well,
man.
there was a dude that
Wow.
you know, not around, but he was saying he did that. He basically, and that was a big news thing. And then Vocab tried to use that.
Vocab, yeah.
Bro, it's not a part of us.
Not a part of us, man. Apostles has been
Yeah,
said that. If you
we're-
go out and kill
dude,
someone,
we're not responsible for every kook job, man.
yeah.
You know.
You know, cook job. Oh,
Listen, if one of us out
Yeah,
here
yeah,
strolls out and does some stupid shit, guess what? It's gonna happen, man. Bro, you gotta keep it moving.
That's it. That's it. Straight.
You can't
don't
call man,
fucking
hey,
call
bro,
us.
you know, whatever,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
extreme.
Yeah, extreme,
bro.
yeah.
You gotta keep it moving. That's
cool
what's
with
gonna
you,
happen.
man.
That's it.
Because in the kingdom, we're gonna have them. No, get out of there.
Get out of there.
Scriptures does say that.
No, fuck off.
The rod of iron. So I went and got a crowbar.
Yeah, as you see, it was iron.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
What's
out
gonna
of
happen, bro? You gotta keep it moving. Yeah, because we're not. You know what I mean?
Let me finish this.
Go ahead. That's some. You know.
Yeah,
True,
if
man.
any man suffer as a Christian, which is what a true believer, you know, let him not be ashamed. So guess what? If you get nicked at camp, you get arrested. You know, stuff happens. Time of trouble, you get put in a
It's just for the
concentration
word's
camp.
sake,
You get persecuted for the word's sake. It said, let him not be
Yeah, if you
ashamed.
want to get if you get in this world, man, like you get like shit that goes on. You want to get if you get hemmed up by Esau in this society, man. May let it be for the word's sake, man. You know, everything else is like you gotta like, man. Just you know what I mean. Try and be more spiritual, man, because it's easy to get in trouble in this society, man. It's very easy, man. You know. Go ahead.
But-
Let it be for the word's sake, man. Not no stupidness, man. Go on, bro.
But let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
So the judgment's gonna begin at like these, false teachers.
False teachers.
Like even you had, is that you need that? Even you had like, I remember IUIC. I don't want to, throw their name out, but they did this. They laughed at the name. Remember?
Yeah.
It was,
they found it in a park.
Well, yeah. I think did they? I
And
think
it on the
they
stone,
wrote it,
and it was written wrong.
and then he started making mockery of
Mockery
it.
of it, yeah.
Don't play yogurt and all that. What's his name? I don't know. the dude's
Yeah, I
name.
know. Yeah.
But
And then
he basically they had the name
yeah,
and they were mocking it.
it was mocking the name. Yeah.
And that was IUIC. There's a video. I
It
don't
was
know
like,
if it's
oh
still
look,
out there.
brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were mocking it.
Mocking. Yeah.
They even mocked faith.
Yeah. They mocked faith.
They said being faith based and all this.
Faith. How you
So
gonna mock faith?
They did a
Wow.
lot of things, bro. So I was saying that regarding that point. What did it say there? It said
It says judgment must begin at the house of God.
that's why things like that. So judgment's gonna begin at the house of the Lord, man. And then after that, you got 2/3. They're just way out there, man. Judgment's gonna begin at Israel first, man. The Israelites. Go on.
And if the righteous be scarcely saved, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear?
Yeah. So if the elect scarcely makes it, the sinner and the ungodly, man, they're just gonna be totally out in the furnace, man. So you want to be in a lot of the righteous, man. That's
That's right.
That's the importance of being on the right path, man.
And
You
it says,
Yeah, man.
wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh Shemiah Shai commit the keeping of their souls to him in well doing, as unto a faithful creator. So that's basically saying, as more persecution comes, it's basically keep doing the work, man.
Yeah.
Because eventually we gonna get what's it called, man, a reward for it, man.
A reward for all of this, man. What and bro, in this world, man? It's like, why not keep the righteousness, man? Like, what the fuck is out here, bro? It's all off, man. I was thinking about that. It's like, bro, what the fuck is entertaining about this society? Like, not entertaining, but what's it's demons that's on people. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. But it's like, I understand if people are just full of demons, man.
Yeah.
I've got precepts for you.
This world is just through, bro. It's like I don't want no parts of it personally, man.
Nothing fucking here, It's fucking sickening. Remember who was talking?
Sick,
This
bro.
is a sickening existence, man. This is fucking this world is supposed to Ezekiel 9:4. Like this world is like, if you're mentally content in this word, world,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's alright.
You know, something's wrong with you, man.
Yeah.
You're happy here.
You're like,
Well, I see myself in
know,
10
bro.
years, you
Bro,
know.
Esau,
yeah,
Yeah.
10-year plans.
Wow.
Bro, Esau
Man,
is now
10
like,
years, sorry, like,
Go ahead.
10 years, I'm trying to hope that's the 10th year of the kingdom, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
we're
it.
hoping
That's
this
my
is it.
10th,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? 10th year
Yeah.
of the kingdom.
This year, or this, you know, coming into January, we're hoping something major goes
Major
down, which
happening,
is
man.
gonna,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
are happening anyway. Bro, there's no way the Lord's keeping us here. Look at the state of this planet, man. There's no way. The wickedness is so extreme.
So extreme.
There's
man.
no way, like, this place it can continue.
Yeah, just
It
bro,
can't.
It's fucked, man.
Even the way it is, let's say, hypothetically speaking, the Lord didn't come, right? Which is coming. This place would destroy itself anyway, eventually. Because there's no way you can keep wickedness keep going.
Yeah.
And it, you know, you can't run a world like that.
Bro,
It's in the
you know,
scriptures, isn't it?
I saw a video of
Like, the Lord is coming. I'm not saying, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, you know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. You know, sometimes you have to create a situation
Yeah.
to make help understand. Like I saw a video in the week of basically they're trying to create this invention of artificial wombs, like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
There's small pods where they can grow babies, man.
Yeah. But they
You know?
even showed you that in which they probably got that already. Certain things.
Because even
They probably got like models of it already.
no, they
probably
do.
done it. They probably did it.
No, they do, because there was a Chinese scientist that grew a chicken from just the yolk in an artificial womb, man. You know, it's
Yeah.
they actually,
Even
they're
in
stuff
the-
trying to do that.
Can't. Even you see the Esau's got things like, watch the movie Demolition Man, and you see she says to him, "Look, shall we have sex?" And he said, "Yeah." He just come out of that cryo chamber. So his reality of sex is the real thing. Then she puts that machine on, and then it's like in
Virtual
the mind, like, what the
sex.
fuck is this? Basically, but that was their way. They did that in the future. So if Esau continues this world, man, that's where it actually is already.
Yeah.
You got grown ass men with pop dolls,
No, they do.
Yeah.
and they'll take it out on a date. The thing might talk to them, put a battery in it. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's actually going on, bro.
Yeah. Even so, they have, and this technology came out like let's 2010 or something. They have like a way to have a virtual kiss. Like it's basically two machines on fucking either end. And if you kiss the fucking lips, that person who has the other lips can feel your lips on them.
Wow.
So you fucking kiss a plastic, like you be doing a French kiss on plastic, and some fucker for 400 miles away can feel that on his lips, man.
Wow. And this is the world you want to continue.
And now they got the Facebook, the
It's
metaverse.
sick. Yeah.
No.
Meta.
Now you know what they're saying. Now there's like
Sick fucks, man.
designer companies like Gucci are trying to make like clothes for Meta, so a person can have a it's
Virtual.
it's basically like playing fucking GTA, man. You know when you go and you customize the character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I want him to have packs. I want him to have red hair,
White vest.
and a car. You know. That's basically what they're trying to have, man, with this metaverse, man. You know,
Fucking hell.
stupid.
This Esau has got to go, man.
That's why I said, if the day's not shortened,
I got it. There you go.
Read-
Matthew
read,
24,
bro.
verse 22.
Lord.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
And bro, that's no exaggeration. Like, bro, like even
Literal,
in the past year, if you've noticed on news, they've been pushing a lot of fake meat. You know, they've been saying, like, if you remember, like 3-4 years ago, there wasn't no like artificial meat section where you can buy artificial burgers.
Yeah.
Now, in if you look at the signs on the bus stops, they have meat-free pieces where it's actually like
Yeah, it
fake
looks-
meat.
Yeah.
You know, it's called a Beyond Meat, man.
And what's in that
Wow.
anyway?
It's
Exactly.
fucking pea protein and aborted fetuses.
But even you have all this, even, yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically what it is.
Basically,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And
You
even
don't
that-
you have to say it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what it is. Exactly.
It's pea protein and
And there's plenty
fetus
of aborted fetuses to be used.
yeah,
in this
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
There's plenty
it came out, man.
in this world. Man.
With a Pepsi, you know, and companies that are offshoots of Pepsi. Shit, man. That's
There you
what.
go. Even like, you know, even in this, the way, even down to the way people eat in this world, it's ridiculous. It's like the movement, vegans, and they'll make they'll make the food look like a banging burger, but it's made out of
Yeah,
I don't know what they make it out of, but it actually looks like something you get from
Yeah,
Five
yeah,
Guys.
yeah, yeah.
Stupid, you know, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like it's these so-called
Yeah,
movements.
yeah,
Like in
yeah,
the
yeah.
ancient world, people ate veg. People
yeah.
ate meat. People
Yeah.
ate fruit and veg, and
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
it wasn't no big deal.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
shit like that in this world, man. Stupid Edomite students. We're vegans.
But even on the point of that, like obviously, if a person wants to have spinach, that's cool. But the core of the vegan movement, if you really spiritually observe it, is really to come against the Heavenly Father. Because they're basically saying, don't eat meat, it's wicked. You know,
Inhumane.
it's inhumane. Yes, we understand what Esau fucking does, where he tortures them before they're killed. But really, now a feminist vegan dyke bitch gonna come to you. You gonna curse you out for eating some chicken. If it's lawful, you can eat it. Man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
you
don't
gonna go
fucking
against
torture
what the
it.
Most High created, man.
Are you gonna
You know.
And then now
Fucking
even like
stupid, man.
those people, there's people who are really
And the Lord don't even
Yeah.
the Lord don't say you know not to eat veg if you want.
yeah.
You never, yeah.
But guess
Daniel.
what? Even with us, if we have predominantly a vegetable based diet, fine. But
Yeah.
the Passover comes, you gotta
You
eat
gotta eat that
lamb.
lamb.
You gotta eat
Yeah.
lamb, yeah.
That lamb and the wine.
What are you gonna say? No, I'm
Bread.
vegan. You know, we
You
don't
got-
do
you-
that.
you
don't,
That's
yeah.
a
Vegan
stupid
lamb.
world.
Yeah.
Stupid students.
And it's
Those-
fucking stupid.
Edomites and then dumb jakes that jump on it. We're vegans. I just eat potatoes all day
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah. Hey, but
Fucking lunatics.
But then even what we were speaking about on the fucking the artificial meat, the information came out that they're basically trying to structure the protein of the veg to make it feel exactly like meat.
Like,
You might as well eat the fucking
exactly.
meat.
Exactly.
That's what I was saying. They'll make a
Get
banging
Ezekiel 4.
burger with
Yeah.
mayo dripping on it, but vegan mayo, by the way, because
Yeah.
Like whatever the fuck they put in that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And then the thing will look like a banging burger. You seen some of that shit?
Yeah, man.
All vegan. I'm like, that shit is really a gimmick for money, and
Yeah.
then also like the main crux of it is going against the Lord.
It's going against the Lord.
Exactly.
All these things, all
And,
these,
and,
all
and it
these
gives
movements.
Esau more control.
Yeah, that's it. These are and they're all controlled, and it's funny they're all funded. Now there's vegan shops everywhere.
Yeah.
Vegan restaurants.
Planet Organic and
Planet organic.
all of that, yeah.
And it's not
It's
even
mad,
organic.
like. It's mad, like.
I got a precept of defiled bread.
And
Oh,
these
that's
people
spirit.
and
Yeah.
these zombies actually think they're like they're onto something.
Yeah.
You're just a controlled puppet, man.
Yeah.
It's basically a fucking element of control. I think they even brought out that Bill, Gates, whatever his name is one of the biggest farm owners in America. You know what I mean? He's buying up these farms, man. Since
Wow.
the pandemic, they've been, these farms.
Well, I
have been-
think the FDA as well, which is like, which they,
food and drug, yeah.
yeah, but they used to be deal with straight with just the drugs, I think, before.
Yeah.
But now they're into the food.
Yeah,
But they've
yeah.
been into the food for
Yeah,
years
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But I'm
Seeds,
saying,
harvesting seeds.
so what are they doing?
Yeah, controlling.
But then, but what I mean is, they used to be strictly for, I believe, the drug business. But then they started controlling the food. Food, like the produce. So what the hell are they putting up in there?
Yeah,
That's the same produce you vegans
yeah,
eat,
exactly.
man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is Ezekiel 4 verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them.
So everything's defiled. Obviously, we strive. Hey, in the flesh, sometimes you get stressed out. You be like, I'm gonna eat donut. No, hey, we're in the flesh. But the thing is, obviously, we always try our best to eat right.
Yeah.
But whether a person can be
Good quality Krispy Kreme.
I'll tell you, man.
Nutella.
Them demon
Nutella
donuts,
dripping
innit?
out that- And a lovely,
Strawberries and cream in it.
yeah, man.
Demon donuts.
Them addictive Krispy Kreme.
yeah. But guess what? The point with making on is like, obviously, we tried our best to eat what's right. Take supplements and that. But the other shit is defiled, man.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
is,
I'm
man.
not saying you don't eat veg, but it's still defiled, man.
It's we,
Like,
we,
even-
wait,
even-
but we know. You see, we're actually privy to that.
Yeah, pretty, yeah.
You know, we understand that, man. You know, that we know that. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all fucked up out here.
Brother,
Like
It's
the
like-
fucking the pesticides.
exactly,
The pesticides that go under the shit will fucking kill your insides, man. Because it kills your gut bacteria. Even apples, you know, you go in a shop, you see a shiny apple. It's the middle of winter. You know what I mean? It's a shiny apple.
But they all
Glistening.
these,
It's covered in wax.
see these gimmick vegans and that. They're like them. Some of them vegans are like. They're like. I was seeing something on it. Basically, they lack certain nutrients.
They do.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's certain nutrients that you can only get from meat.
Yeah, you can only get it from meat and then
Exactly.
Dairy, yeah.
you know, good quality yogurt. You know, they avoid these things, yeah, because you know they're so called, you know, that because of the animal thing, you know, it's harming the animals, whatever. But then you lack nutrients. That's why the Lord designed all these things, because it's about having even
Balance.
Balanced diet.
Esau will tell you that a balanced diet. You need all nutrients in your body.
Yeah, meat, veg, water, you know,
Everything.
yeah.
You need a bit of everything in your body, man. Fats, you know,
Good fats, yeah.
good fats, you know, you need everything basically. That's not the point.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
why Esau corrupts it all. Like a good piece of fish is good for your body. But like we know the fish we're eating is fucked.
Mercury filled, yeah.
Some of the fish that you buy,
It's
a
farm
lovely
fish.
salmon fillet, but it was a hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
That salmon that was killed was
yeah.
like half
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
half
yeah.
male, half female salmon.
And it's farm.
Fucking
And
hell,
it was
man.
pumped, and it's farmed, and then they're eating all kind of drugs.
Radiation.
And it's actually some companies even give it like a color scheme. So they fucking inject things to make it more pink to have the perfect.
So it looks ripe.
Rare.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Looks
because
right.
even in salmon, there's variations of salmon. Not all of them inside have the same color. But there's some companies that fucking they inject
the
it with
specific,
to
yeah.
make it have the color, man.
Of course.
That's why it's defiled, man, and that's why we need to be saved, man. You know, everything
saved,
we're
that's
talking
it.
about, you know, because we started talking about the return of the Lord, salvation. Everything we're speaking about, it's funny. We're just speaking about food, but even
It
in
goes
food,
back to the
you
Lord,
need
man.
salvation, man.
You need it.
Wow.
Everything, man.
Everything, man.
goes back to the Lord, man. It all goes back to the scriptures, man. But yeah, we defiled bread, man. But that goes even into the fact that this is a fucked up world we live in, man.
And Esau's
Who the fuck? And you want? But that's why 2/3 they must be destroyed, bro. Along with Esau,
along with Esau, yeah.
they have to, bro. Because
Yeah,
2/3 love this shit. This is Egypt.
Yeah.
When we were leaving Egypt, they wanted to stay in there for leeks and garlic and them things. It's the same as today. They want to stay here for Subway,
Yeah.
Popeyes. Yeah, they get.
I knew he was gonna- go on.
Nah,
I knew he was gonna mention
now, you know, like England is like, London is like
I hate you, London.
50 years behind America.
Yeah.
Wendy's
Now
now.
they've got a Popeyes here now. And
Wendy's.
niggas are losing it for a higher class chicken shop.
Yeah. And it's not even
I mean, you know,
high
it's
class.
Popeyes. I'm joking. I haven't eaten that hot chicken yet. I haven't leapt over the counter. You know, like them crackers. Where's that hot chicken sandwich? You know that? I ain't did that yet. You know, like them jakes were losing it in America.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had Popeyes, like, you know, but I'm saying, you know, damn,
Yeah, no. So basically, the kind of brothers making.
You know, the jakes. When the jake, I see you on video, and the Edomite
here,
I think, in America, and I think, you know, some of Issachar works in them shops. No, damn hot chicken sandwich. Where the chicken? The nigga leapt over the counter for the burger. You know they were losing it for that burger.
For the burger.
Fucking hell,
Hey,
bro.
hot
Pulling
chicken,
gats out.
pulling gats out, drive-through.
Wow, bro.
But hey,
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Niggas
no,
are
no,
finished,
I
man.
was just saying to explain
Shit.
for the brothers understand. Like they basically just they just open they open up Popeyes in London now, and these niggas in London are dressed in the best clothes, like in Gucci. I'm just to
Making that
explain
missing that for dinner.
just to explain how bugged out these niggas are in London, because this place is fucked too, man.
yeah.
We have to put that out.
it's
there.
fucking
London ain't-
Fuck London.
yeah.
But point is, these niggas in London now are in Gucci, Louis Vuitton, in a long line to buy Popeyes. to the same Popeyes that you brothers curse out in America, and Popeyes and Wendy's, because they got Wendy's.
Wendy's, yeah.
And Wingstop.
Which they had. The thing is, they had Wendy's in England before.
I remember you saying.
But they got rid of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. The chain, it just stayed in America. But they had a few here before. They actually did. You know. I think they had a few of them. They did. Yeah. I believe they had them in the UK.
Yeah. So now in
They
London,
brought it back now though.
yeah. Now in London, you have Taco Bell, Popeyes, you know, and Wendy's and Wingstop, and you have niggas blockheads here in long lines in their Sunday best
For fucking.
some crackhead piece of chicken, man.
Yeah.
You know, fuck.
It's madness, bro. Go on, man. You know, because this place.
As you said, it's
super
50
retarded.
years.
They're
It's behind.
This place is like 50 years behind them. Whatever America's got now, these niggas have to wait for Esau to let them have it.
Yeah.
Because America's like the testing ground of everything. They got, you know, you can go America. You can, well, we know from what we see, you can eat any cuisine, man. You got fine ass Mexican. The Mexican food we have here is garbage.
Chiquito.
You get a fucking burrito wrap with all sauces in it, chicken in it, and it don't taste like anything.
Bland.
Tortilla, it's the
Yeah,
one.
it's
That's
got
like the
like
worst place.
Bland in it.
Bro, you got guacamole with
Soft
beans,
cheese,
soft cheese, but
black
you don't
beans,
taste none of it.
the pinto beans and all
They
that.
actually don't taste like anything.
It's like
Mild
cardboard.
cheese.
I fucking hate eating.
But in America now, you got Issachar that actually have their own thing there.
Their own
You know,
shops and
yeah, but you're gonna have that more authentic Issacharite food there.
Yeah.
It's gonna taste like Issachar food. You know? Whereas here you got motherfucking tortilla, you go there, yo, let me get a burrito wrap. And it don't taste like nothing, bro. That is just trash, man. It actually, the best word to describe it is not even bland. It's empty. It's soulless. It's like, I don't even know what is in that. Like, bro, you could probably
It's like eating a mouthful of ice and they put it in bread.
Nothingness.
You just put it
It's actually nothingness.
an ice wrap.
Hey, bro,
You know
if
what
you
I mean?
bought your own herbs, you could probably make it taste better. Like, that shit is hell. But what I'm saying is, in Babylon,
Yeah.
you've got probably like a chain that ain't even famous that's banging of Mexican food. You know what I'm trying to say?
But
Which proves it's Babylon, which they'll probably bring that here 100 years later.
Yeah.
You know, like you got like independent stores that like maybe 3 of them that's run by someone, but the food's good.
Yeah. But
You know?
but then you
Wait,
so what though?
But
I
I'm
was
saying
gonna-
it's still GMO.
Yeah, I was just gonna- yeah.
I'm not bigging it up. I'm saying it's GMO, but I'm just making a point that these dudes are bugging out. Whereas in America, they've got that 100 years before you over here. But you're losing it for fucking Popeye's chicken. Probably not even as good as some of the real fried chicken joints over there in America. You know,
But it's base anyway.
some base. It's all base.
Base, man.
Yeah.
It's Popeyes. It's chicken.
I'm making a point.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
But anyway, go
Yeah,
on,
I
man.
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm just making a point that you bugging out over that.
Over Popeyes, man. This is a joke, man. That's embarrassing,
Losers,
man. You're on your Sunday best to get Popeyes chicken over here, man.
Some GMO goodness. Go ahead,
Bro, it's a joke. There was lines. I think they ran out of chicken.
Seen it.
There
You're
was-
right. I'm surprised these niggas didn't jump over the. No, but you see, even these niggas, these 2/3 here, man. Trust me, man. They're not as wild as them Americans. Man. Them Americans. What? Where the chicken at? Them wild ass.
Preset.
Bro, them people was more wild over in America. That's why they got them gats over there. Them people, when they're ready to lose it, they're gonna lose it. Not like these fucking tissue boys over here, man.
Yeah.
Like even these niggas, I hate these niggas over here. Even now, they got all this music scene. They think they're doing it. Man, the American Jakes are 100 years ahead of you in music, man. The fuck you talking about, man? You losers over here, now you've all of a sudden got a little industry. Esau's finally giving you a bit of money, a little industry. These niggas over here get bombed by the queen, man. That's why niggas over here are really in slavery. Them Americans, look, as much as people call Americans stupid and stuff, they're more freer than here in terms of like their personalities.
Expressive.
Expressive.
More expressive.
I'm not saying like the
Yeah,
place
yeah.
is hell, but they're more expressive.
More expressive.
You niggas over here, you're getting whipped by the royals, man. The so-called royals.
It's
Niggas,
more.
that's why niggas over here are weirdos.
Yeah,
Fuck
they're
London.
more robotic.
I gotta keep saying
Niggas
that.
over here are weirdos.
They're more
Fuck
robotic.
London.
Yeah.
They're just weirdos.
You can't do that. All of that.
Hey, the worst part of the UK is London.
London.
When you go
Yeah,
out,
the frog.
yeah, because it's
frog.
an unclean frog.
Yeah.
If you go to Scotland, Wales, basically anywhere outside of London, man, there's many places outside of London that's better than here, man. Here's fucking here. You can't park anywhere. There's a lot of cars. The prices is high.
Yeah, a lot of the joints to eat are shit.
Shit.
Even for GMOs.
Yeah, even for
It's shit. Like we have to like find. No, there's some spots we get food. We get elam and stuff like that. But a lot of the joints here, there's not much of a variety.
Yeah, it's probably
some
a
bland
front.
like-
It's probably a front for drug
Got a
front.
precept, brother. Yes.
Read that,
Yeah.
bro.
This is Micah
Black
2 and
guys
10.
shit.
Read it.
Micah 2 and 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction."
That's right, man. So that's talking about this society, man. America, England, wherever the hell we're at, basically. Really, wherever Jake is at. Wherever Jake is at, really, man. It's hell. Holland, Germany. Wherever we at, man, we got to rise and depart, man. This ain't our rest, man.
Hey,
Fucking, not to bring it back as a joke, but then going back to what we were saying, Egypt, when Jake talking about the garlic and leaf, it's today they don't want to leave because of Popeyes.
Popeye, yeah.
They don't want to leave because McDonald's. The McDonald's, I can't leave McDonald's. That's how they're thinking. I ain't trying to exodus from this place. How can I leave America? This is home.
Yeah.
I get McDonald's? What? You telling me to leave this? We curse these places out, but they actually enjoy it.
But I was gonna say this, but that's why even Jake's from here go to holiday Greece, Cyprus, them other lands, and they go and to eat at McDonald's.
Exactly.
Instead of being in a Greek land, got the Greek food. They fucking travel to eat the McDonald's, man.
Yeah.
But then guess
'cause
what?
It's base.
Yeah.
It's like fucking. It's a slavery mentality.
And it's crazy because if we're comparing over here in the UK, in London, Babylon the Great must be fucked, man.
It's hell. Definitely.
Right.
Double hell. Triple hell, really. It's Babylon. That's that. Yeah.
Hey, but even now, because of the Brexit, they're speaking about like now they have to import meat from further lands.
Yeah. Well, I saw before, like a couple years back, I was watching Parliament TV and that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was watching clips of it.
Yeah.
And there was a part, and they were arguing in Parliament that if Brexit falls through, they're gonna have to get meat from America.
See?
And then they were like, look, one woman, she got up and was reading statistics, like, look, one MP, we don't want that
see?
because it's hell. They were actually reading the statistics about the meat from America
Wow.
over here. And she's like, look, we can't bring that here into Britain because they were saying, because of Brexit fall through, that basically they're going to have to get meat from America. They're going to do a deal. I think Trump was in power at the time. A deal with Trump, which they probably already bring that here anyway.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
They probably bring that here because I know there's a law here where the Queen says, look, you can't have
Certain things.
certain GMO levels of GMO food here. But it's here.
It's here.
It is here. This is Esau with
It's
it.
Esau's a serpent.
But look, she was saying, look, we can't bring this food in. She was going into the hell of the chicken in America and the beef and what's in it. And it's like, there was shit you can't even pronounce.
Fucking
madness.
hell.
Well, and now because of Brexit,
There's a
That's
lot of that is
fucking-
here.
that's
Bro, the fact that Popeye's chicken is here, I don't know. I don't know what kind of meat they're gonna use. They're not gonna use farm-fed meat from the Queen's back garden. They're gonna probably import some American pumped fucking chicken that looks like it's on steroids. You seen some of that?
It's got abs in the chicken.
Bro, if
like.
you type in GMO chicken or whatever on Google, you might see a
But
drumstick and it's
extra
huge.
weak. Yeah.
It's like an arm,
Yeah.
but it's a chicken drumstick.
Hey, have you ever seen that video? You ever seen that video of that big chicken?
It's like, oh yeah. Is it a live farm one? But it's, it's rough.
Fucking
Like a
hell.
fucking dog, bro.
Steroid, boy.
Go and read that, bro.
Pumped as hell.
You can't get out of
Bro,
here.
I'm saying like a dog. Bro, I'm gonna check that later. It's almost freaky. Like, I remember I've seen that before. It's like it makes you get the goosebumps.
Yeah.
Wow. Circus act, boy. What the fuck?
I got Ezekiel.
Oh God.
This is Ezekiel 9 and 4.
The Lord.
And the Lord said unto
The
him,
brother read that, but it's the spirit. Read it again. Read that again. Hey,
said,
the Lord.
and the Lord said
This
unto
is a
him,
real bizarre freak realm. Go on, man.
he says,
It's
go,
scary, bro. Go on, there. Sorry, go on. Man.
go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads.
I ain't eating that.
And it says Jerusalem, it's talking about a people before a place, right? It's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, our people. You know, the same ones that love all this place, man. That love the Murph, that love the KFC, Popeyes chicken. That's what it's talking about.
Pizza Hut.
Why?
Well, they even said, I'm sorry,
No,
yeah,
it's
but
fine.
they were saying that, you know, Subways, right? They were saying that
Oh,
basically
the
tuna, everything, but the cheese, they actually put, you know, like yoga mat, a yoga
Oh,
mat
yeah,
in
no.
the gym. That's actually in the cheese.
The
And also
fuck?
the bread. And then the bread. And then also the bread.
The bread. Something like that.
Yeah, no, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
to
actually
make it more elastic.
more elastic, like
So
what
it's-
you have in the gym. You know what?
It's like some foam.
Right, when you go to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
boxing gym, you know when they'll do the fitness
on the mats.
On the mats, they'll have that is in the cheese or
That's
in the bread. Sorry, in the bread.
that sweat foam yoga mat.
There's foam.
Yeah,
Fucking hell, man.
That's what
Mad,
came out
bro.
this was a couple years ago.
Fucking hell, bro.
You know, this was a couple years ago.
But
And there's things you don't know about. PepsiCo, right? Pepsi, whatever, but there's corporations that come out of that. Right? I think Taco Bell was owned by PepsiCo, right? They came out. The information came out that aborted fucking cells it gets used as a flavor enhancer, man.
Fucking hell, bro.
Imagine that, bro.
Okay, you brothers remember that shop in Oxford Circus when we was down there, and they had that like sweet shop. They had all the
American food.
they had the cereals.
Kingdom of Sweets. It's
Yeah, is that what it is?
And it's all American
And
shit.
you got the Fruit Loops. They
Yeah,
had all the
and it's-
American
when
stuff.
you look inside it, because I never went in there, but you see it from the outside, and the shit was just
It's got
all
the-
kind of colors.
Yeah, colors. Yeah.
Captain Crunch.
Bro, it looked
M&Ms.
it looked crazy. It was all kind of colors in there.
Yeah.
Kids will get hypnotized.
And it's funny,
Shit like-
these, again, you niggas from London, oh, Captain Crunch. Bro, do you got brothers in America that curse out that shit?
They've had it for years.
They've had it for years, man.
You all of a sudden get it here.
Yeah, it's £10 for one box. Ooh, I'm
Brothers,
Captain Crunch taking the picture.
America, they've had all that. An array of different. That's why it's Babylon, man.
Oh,
Babylon.
yeah, after we gonna read Revelation
Babylon,
18.
you know, Babylon has got more than other places.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's got an array of
The
things.
abundance
like
of
you,
delicacies.
Like you might have a can of Coke here, but there you've got a million
Yeah,
flavors
yeah,
of
yeah,
Coke.
Mass imports,
alone.
bro.
Yeah.
Just Coke.
Yeah.
It might be, you know,
Oh, Snickers.
Snickers.
Remember,
many,
we was in a shop that
Peanut
yeah,
flavour.
got a few of them American
Like-
snacks. Yeah.
10 flavors.
Peanut
That's
butter
it.
flavor.
Yeah.
All that
Different
shit.
M&Ms.
Yeah.
That proves like it's America. You get the choice of delicacies. You know, like here they'll give you one way.
Yeah.
Then you wait, like, you know, they're losing it now.
Yeah.
But they'll give you one way. No, you only get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get an array of things, isn't it?
A whole row of Snickers.
It's madness. It's all garbage, but that proves it's kind of Babylon. Ooh, sweet delicacies everywhere.
Yeah. After we gonna read Revelation 18. Go ahead, bro.
It's, finishing off, and it says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, so in this world, for us brothers, is the hope for elect. There's nothing here that makes us happy, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, bro, like, you know, you obviously might watch sport and, you know, your team, but that's just really, it's mirth because it's match fixing. Everything's fixed. Like the fight we watched last week, that was a fix, man.
Oh, big time.
That was a fix.
Big
fix.
time. Man,
That was a fix, man.
Definitely, man.
Lyndon Arthur and Anthony Yard. That was a
A
fix,
lot of
man.
that shit is all rigged.
It's all rigged, man.
Even the sports is all
Sports is
true.
all rigged. So
There's nothing
nothing
authentic.
Nothing makes us happy here, man. The food don't make us happy here. The wine, you fucking drink the wine, you get a fucking headache. Bro, it's not supposed to be hard to lose weight. But the food is engineered
It stays in
to like you know what these food companies do. These food companies mix with the chemical companies and make the food like addictive on purpose. So they flavor enhance to make you addicted to the chemicals in the food, man. So the food becomes a drug. Like, you know, it's funny. Like now, like a person might scoff at like a fiend on crack. Yeah, that's a crackhead. But we all fucking addicted to Krispy Kreme, man.
It's the same thing. Crack.
It's crack.
It's
Yeah.
drugs. That's
Exactly.
why. Yeah, but that's why when you're weak, if you like wean yourself off of, let's say
Yeah.
you're you drink a lot of fizzy drinks.
And you do a
then
cleanse or something.
you want to get off of it more. Let's say you start getting off of them fizzies. You get a what they
Invigorated?
not invigorated, but what's the word when they someone's coming off of
Withdrawal symptoms.
Withdrawal. You might get the shakes. I need that can.
You're
might
fucking
be thinking
sweating
about
in the
it.
middle of the night. And you
You're
just
so-
go eat a donut. Oh.
But obviously, if you once you start overcoming it, you don't think about that.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, yeah.
But the point is, why is it like that? It's the drugs. Yeah, it's Well, I remember even seeing someone. I don't know how true it is, but they said Coke back in the days originally used to actually put cocaine in
Yeah,
Coke.
no.
Yeah,
It's,
I don't know how true it is, but
it's called a Novocaine. You know, it's a type of cocaine.
they'll put that up in that Coke.
You know, it's
So
part of the family. Yeah.
yeah, man. So even you might get yourself a lovely, but a Whopper burger, man. This is banging. But it's a drug. Them junk foods, it's drug, man. That's why it's like hard to come off them. You know, it's an addiction. But that's Esau. It shouldn't. Like it's funny because obviously different parts of the world you go to, the food quality is gonna be it's all fucked, but it'll be some parts of the world will probably be more better than Babylon. Like I'm sure there's parts of here that's better than Babylon in terms of the quality of the meats and that. It's not as addictive. It's not as it doesn't stick to you as much. It's mad, man. Because why? Because of all the shit pumped in it.
Yeah.
But now it's not here's bad as well. Don't get it,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm sure if you go to parts of like Syria, the meat might be better.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Far out places, the quality of food's better. Like I remember when I left this country, like when I was young, went out of here and whatnot, and all that, and I tasted chicken, like proper chicken, back from a farm. Then, and I was like, wow, it tastes way different than the chicken I got here. At first, I didn't even want to eat the meat when I was over where I was at because I saw how they killed it. I was used to packaged shit.
Yeah.
Then after a while, I got out of that spirit and I started eating the meat.
Okay, brother.
It was tasty, but it would taste different. Like country chickens are like tougher and that.
Yeah.
Like the meat is it's more tender and that. It doesn't. It's not just like some Sainsbury's. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I was like, but at first I was like taken back by how it all worked.
Yeah. Even remember that time we fished and we caught the fish. When we ate the fish, was like, bro, this is so soft.
Oh yeah.
But
The
when you,
mackerel.
brothers went fishing, we caught mackerel, and we was like, bro, this is hella soft. It was tasty. And remember when we cooked it, we barely need to season it. We just salt and that's it. Here you buy some mackerel in the fridge, it died in '96. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it died in '96.
It's been packaged up with that seal packet.
Yeah,
it's just tight to the packet.
Yeah.
Airtight.
That's tight. The fucking the fish was around when Tupac was around, but you just cooked it on Wednesday. You know what I mean? That's the kind of food we eat here.
Yeah. But that's why even when you get go ahead.
I was just thinking about that movie, Good Burger, with like Keenan and Kel. It was a movie back in the day.
I remember it.
Yeah,
I have to rewatch it.
Cleaning orange soda, innit?
Yeah, they were in it, and basically they were like competing with like who had the best burgers.
Yeah.
And then you had like a normal burger that they had or whatever, the average one, and then you had like this other guy who was like Esau in it, and he had like the Mondo burger, and it was basically they showed you they were just pumping it full of chemicals, making it like big burgers, man.
Yeah.
That movie
They were
showed
showing you that.
They were showing you what's going on.
But even that Kingsman movie, I gotta watch that movie.
Oh, that's
man.
a banging movie,
Because I remember that. The Kingsman movie, she killed people and she would make them a burger, make them into a burger.
Oh yeah.
They're actually showing you what McDonald's does because it came out. Them rabbis were saying McDonald's puts dead bodies in there
After
in
the
the Big Macs and shit. You know, so they actually showed that in Kingsman. She grinded down people and made them burgers, and she would make you eat it.
And
The burger looked like a picture perfect burger. Ketchup just dripping off it. You know, like the perfect patty.
wow.
Wow, yeah.
It's the same thing in the apostles will talk about in film. Soylent Green. People fucking eating people, man. You didn't know. That's the same thing happened there. Man, think about it. It's the best way. If you sacrifice a bunch of kids, the best way to dispose it is feed it to them.
Yeah, and who them big corporations run by? Amalek.
The same people that sacrifice the kids.
They're run by the elites.
Yeah.
Starbucks and McDonald's, Burger King, KFC is run by the elites. That's why they're everywhere. That's why when the system gets locked. Well, they're doing it already. Like them mom and pop shops in America, a lot of them have closed down for business. Like, you know, independent pizza shops and whatnot. And what are the ones that are open? The Pizza Hut, the big chains, and they're all over the world, bro.
It's next to the pyramids.
It's next to the pyramids of Egypt. Like McDonald's is in fucking Singapore. McDonald's is in McDonald's is in the most remote places in the world. McDonald's is there.
Yeah.
You know, there was one thing I saw which shows you McDonald's is garbage, because I was watching something about the south of Italy, and they built McDonald's there. Yeah, and within 3 months it closed because no one ate it. Because the kids eat from home, and even in their school in Italy, it's the south of Italy. In the school, they will feed them. The women will make, like, you know, pasta sauce, some pasta with vegetables, and they will feed the kids properly. The kids knew what different vegetables were. They will teach them. You know. And so when they opened McDonald's, they closed it. No one went there.
Yeah. And I was gonna say this to add to the point on the vegetables. You know what proves witchcraft? Do you remember as a kid in cartoons? What did you always used to see?
Them drumsticks and
not even that. Do you remember in cartoons? They used to always make like the cartoon kids hate vegetables.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember Dexter's laboratory? Do you remember there was that scene where he was gonna eat a pea with a fork? And he was struggling, he was sweating. Remember that scene? Remember that scene?
Classic one, yeah.
He was sweating, he was bugging out to eat the pea. And it was one pea, and he bugged out.
Oh, you know, bro.
And then also, remember kids all used to scoff against what? Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
Yeah.
Broccoli.
Eat your greens, kid. All of that.
Yeah, eat your green,
I had like a demon on me, like when I was growing up like that, where I kind of didn't, you know, I was like more of a meat eater.
Yeah.
You know, and then my mum couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I was more of a meat eater, but then I did eat a bit of veg, but I didn't really have too much of a balanced diet, man.
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of Coca-Cola, shit like that. I don't do that as much anymore, but the point is, I had that.
Yeah,
and
when
I
you're kids,
I was gonna make a point because I saw this show. You know, like what do they call them when people are scared of vegetables.
Oh yeah.
And remember that one?
Yeah.
And the lady, she don't eat broccoli.
Yeah.
And then they put it on the fork and they just told her, look, you must try it. You gotta get it out of your brain. And then she picked the broccoli up. She picked the broccoli up. And she picked the broccoli up. She only eats, the woman only eats chips, innit? She picked the broccoli up on her fork. She went to eat, she went,
and she was fucking fat.
She picked the broccoli up, she was like,
Yeah.
She didn't want the broccoli.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, that's a demon when you're like 40 years old and you look at a broccoli, you go, that's all that conditioning.
Because from films. Do you remember films, movies, cartoons?
Yeah,
how you see that?
How we're brought up.
Yeah,
eating,
how we're brought up.
Eating, you know?
Yeah.
You look at a broccoli, when really you're supposed to have everything.
Yeah.
You want a bit of, you can have meat, but you're supposed to have broccoli and veg and eat everything.
And then
eat everything on your plate, man.
And then even on the food, that's why like all these food packages are bright. Like even you know these companies like KFC and McDonald's have what kids meals which come with toys. So now their kids associate the food with a toy. So what do you say? Mama, I want a Happy Meal. He's rolling on the floor, and his mom goes and buys him the crack so that the fucking.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Crack.
His mom goes and buys him the crack so he can have the toy, man. Yeah. That's easy. Get the scripture that says both.
It's crack. It's crack.
Both. The inward thought and the heart of them is deep. I believe it's in Psalms. I believe it's Psalm 64. They actually just read that. Seek counsel of the wicked. Let's read that. Because everything in which you see he's planned this, man. Which is the Lord that gave him the actual wisdom, man.
This is Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Yeah, so what's that about? That's talking about what Jake called the what? Illuminati. Illuminati all in my body. That's what that's talking about, man. The
Secret societies.
Because like, bro, all these major corporations. I believe there's about. You remember them charts, bro?
Yeah.
It'll be like 4 companies, but there's like a branch, offshoots of bare food companies. But there's certain food. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one.
What'd you say?
Was it Nestle cereal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you look at that, it owns Bear.
Nesquik.
Like even
Nesquik.
Coca-Cola, right? Have you ever had that water in the shop? It's called a Smart Water.
Yeah.
That's made by Coke.
No.
It's actually made by Coke.
Coke, yeah, it is.
You know, you see it, Smart Water. It's made next to the Coke, man. You know,
Look at McDonald's. It's all over the world. It's like a military base.
man, you can show it. If you want.
McDonald's, and then you got like obviously the offshoots, Burger King, Wendy's, KFC.
Wendy's, yeah.
And it shows you, but look, it's like a military. Can you see it on the camera? Like?
It's focusing. Yeah.
It's like a military base. You know,
It is like
if
a
you type
military
in U.S. military bases, they're all over the world. It's the same thing. They're poisoning the planet, man.
And
And who pushes the Amalek, man?
Yeah.
They're poisoning the world.
But
man.
guess what? It's warfare. So it is like a military
It's a form
base.
of war. It is. It's a form of war.
It's a form of a
What
sword.
you're
Yeah.
feeding people, because even when you go into the protocols of the was you reading the scripture though?
Yeah. It was
When you go into the protocols of the learned elders of Zion, which they came out and they said, you know, that book, they said, because it got exposed, and they said, oh, the book, they said, oh, no, it was a false book. But that book is basically the so-called Jews' book on how to govern the world, how to run governments, how to, you know, and there's a point in it. It's a heavy book. There's loads of things in it. I've heard the audio book, and I ain't even heard it all. There's so much in it. But there's a point in it. It said, feed the people slop, garbage, to basically make them continue to be alive to work, but not to be able to think. That's what them foods are about. I need Popeye's spicy chicken. Niggas want to kill you for it. But then guess what? You can eat it. It will satisfy you for the moment. It's crack. You wake up to go to work tomorrow, but you can't think. The next thing you're thinking about is that again. So that's what it said. It says feed. So it's all designed. Feed the people slop. That's where you got all these military bases, McDonald's and that all over the planet.
takeaway spots.
Yeah, you're getting fed slop to just keep you alive, but the food's fucking you up.
Brain dead food.
You're not going to die straight away, but it just about keeps you alive to function for the system.
And the perfect point of that is because food, like you know when you actually cook food, like even just at home, you might go and buy ingredients to cook. It takes time, and you know, obviously, like I'm not from that time period, but you know when you see the old videos of the 50s, 40s, what was happening? The father comes home with his wife and kids, and they sit, they eat, they actually eat and reason about how's school going and reason about the future. Basically, they have because even like in ancient world, anytime people would eat. Even there's even some parts of the world that still do that.
Yeah.
Where people eat
Together
as a family.
But I was gonna say something because even even like Joel Santana, that rapper, like he had a lyric said a family that prays together stays together. Basically, it's like the same thing. It's like no, I'm getting it muddled up, but it's the same thing.
The same
a family
thing.
that prays and eats together, because that's what you do. You gather
eat,
together, you pray over the food together. Let's
reason.
eat.
Yeah.
The dad will start eating first.
Yeah.
That's ancient customs, but they spread that here.
But then with fast foods, you can
Well, I can eat my dinner before I even get home. Then my mum might have a plate for me. I don't want it.
I don't want it. You got to your room and play the game.
Play
Your
PlayStation,
sister
yeah.
comes in. She's already eating dinner.
Yeah.
Your uncle, your dad comes in. He's eating his dinner.
Yeah.
Your mum, she's eating her dinner at home. Everyone, there's no. You can't sit as a.
No bond.
You can't sit as a family
And bond
and
spiritually.
function.
And bond spiritually.
Exactly. Because you gotta know even over food, when you're gathered together in the household, you can know how you doing, son.
If you got a
know
problem,
your children's life and that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know this world is true. You're just
It's-
working, you
everything
eat
is
fast
in
food,
it,
you go home, sleep, you get up, go again, you eat another fast food, you go home, sleep.
Yeah.
Everyone else in your house does the same thing.
Yeah. So, but guess what?
Fucking hell.
So that's Esau's dividing the family that way. You see, it's what divide and conquer. Like for example, the fact that these feminists, got what the whole movement to work. It came out that it was to tax both groups, but then also to have the family split up, man, in the household.
Yes, go on, that. Go on, that. Get in there.
No, yeah, go
We
on.
went 2 hours so far.
Okay, that's cool.
So this is what is Americanization of the world, and it says Americanization is the influence of American culture And
No, let's go back to the scripture and we'll come back to that.
back in Psalm 64 and verse 3, and it says, continuing on,
Yeah.
who whet their tongue like a sword and
So
bend.
what does it mean to wet? It's not talking about like I'm wet. Someone poured water in me. It's talking about what it's called a whetstone.
That was your bag, yeah, because of
Yeah.
the wires.
Say.
No, I was gonna say when you're wetting something like say a sword on a stone,
A whetstone.
it's like sharpening.
Sharpening.
Yeah, it sharpens it. That's what it's for. You know? It's more
Yeah,
precise.
perfecting it. So in reason or what we're talking about, who wet their tongue like a sword, it means he's in his meetings and it's called a brainstorming. They're brainstorming ideas. Okay, how do we fuck it up? That's basically what they're saying. That's basically what they're saying, isn't it? They have their meetings. Look, how do we fuck it up? Yeah, you know, yeah, man. If we make this the food, because even like because you know now we're talking about food. Certain food company stores have colors in place because certain colors make you more hungry. I believe red, yellow, brown, such colors in these stores, they fucking make you hungry, man. So that's just.
You know what? Yes, look, I wanted to say something because I made a point earlier. I said, you know, my mum couldn't tell me nothing when I was a kid and that. I didn't mean it in a way where it's like you always honor your mother and your father. I want to put that out there. I honor my family, my parents. I'm not saying I honor them. I just wanted to say that, but I was just a stubborn kid, growing up. That was like my point. It weren't like being disrespectful to my mother and that. You know, I honored my mom. Was good, man. Cool as hell.
But bro, guess what? When we fucking went to schools, we got given the child line.
Yeah.
So if our mum would say something that it wasn't in a right way, we'd be like, well, mum, if you beat me, I'm gonna call the child line. So look,
I never got that, you know, thing, that line. Did you in the school they showed you that? They didn't even give us that in mind, but I didn't need that anyway. It's like,
you know, like me.
Yeah.
Like as a kid,
That was they was bringing that in.
More,
yeah.
Because obviously, you know, us brothers from a different 3 years apart. But
Yeah.
even me in school, man, you know, I remember I was punching the punching bag and I broke, you know, my leg, and the fucking school teacher came to me, asked me, so are you alright at home? Like
All of that.
like, you know, and then I told my mom and she told me, look, man, just say you're good, man. Like, you know, because they're trying to.
That Esau will intervene
Yeah.
in your life, bro.
Yeah, and it got so bad. I basically, that's when I got sent to Ghana, man. Or else they was gonna try and take me. So that's the point I'm making. That's what Esau does, man.
Of course.
He fucking influences these kids' mind to chat shit against their parents, man. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Yeah, man. So that's what their plans and agenda when it comes to pass is bitter, man. Because Esau's a master of putting bad shit in a good package, and people will be like, yeah, you know what? No, he's trying to help us, man. But these times he's trying to fucking.
When will you ever learn,
get
man? But bro, Esau, I'm sorry, bro. This world, you know, one of our, you know, George Floyd. he so-called transformed the world. Got all these japes riled up and this, that he was his birthday recently. They honored him and all this. I don't know if it was. I think it was. You know, they got murals of him, and he kind of showed you. Look, Esau had his foot on his neck, killed him. Whether it was set up anyway, we know it's set up, but he killed him. Yeah, that riles up with you jakes. Now you just gone back to sleep in under a year. Wow. That proves you are just like need to go.
You have to go, man.
You've gone back to sleep, and where's anyone complaining about Esau anymore? And then them same jakes that were complaining, they probably got the second yab already.
You're about to get the third.
You know why they're not
I'm saying there's obviously jakes that don't care about this shit, you know. You know, that's few and far between. So that shows you, like, you just got them straight back to La La Land.
Esau gives them Wendy's, that's why.
But that's Jake. Every time these things happen, Esau knows I'm gonna lull them back to sleep. They had that they killed George Floyd on camera. Like, what more do you want, man?
Can't breathe.
But then even when you look at it, what's changed?
Nothing, man. It's still the same, man.
and niggas are gone straight back to bed. And Jake, 2/3 are gone straight back to bed.
Yeah, that's
Mentally.
why the scripture says, what's that? Genesis on Judah. They're crouched down.
Yeah.
You know, and as an old lion, who shall rouse them up?
Yeah.
Because Jake get roused up for 5 minutes and then they go back to sleep. But guess what? Soon, it says in Zechariah, I believe. Oh no,
Micah. Yeah.
He's gonna rouse up the Jakes, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I won't get roused up.
But anyway,
He shall be like a lion.
Yeah. And eventually, that's really gonna be with the elect, man. You know, they're gonna get that spiritual power to trample it down. But even before that, these bugged out Negroes with mighty strength and tattoos on their face that go and punch niggas in the
Mighty
store.
demons.
Mighty bug out demons.
Yeah.
I punch niggas in the store. Them niggas is gonna fuck Issa up, man.
You say in the store. Yeah. They are. They're gonna get. Yeah. But then them same ones.
Let
Them,
me show my change. You know.
they're gonna wild out.
They're gonna wild out, man.
Priest about the point you're making before.
The time will come. Yeah.
So this is Psalm 55 verse 21.
They're gonna be put to some type of use, man. Like, you know, in this world, the Lord's gonna put them to some type of use. You know, these brutes, wild ass niggas killing each other out here. The Lord's gonna put them to some use, man.
Yeah.
Death angels just like hits, like.
Yeah. You know, shall be in the midst of any people as a Jew. You know, that again, ultimately talking about the elect, but it starts off with them bugged out Negroes, man. You know, because Apostle Kabal was speaking about, like, so some of these big jakes, they're just in a block. The Lord's gonna put them to fucking use, man. Like, because I remember, you know, when the riots happened, the Negroes were out there.
Out there in full force, innit?
You know, big niggas with a squint eye with a rock. Fuck
Bricking
all
shit.
news, you know? Well, that was out there, man.
Bricking windows and
Yeah, hey, man, and even I have a testimony in that.
so does this
I
brother
wasn't
too.
involved, right? But I remember I saw it, man, as a kid. When the riots was going on, there was an Edomite man in his car in the middle of the riot, and a nigga smashed a brick through his window, and he was bloody in his car seat, and niggas were beating him up, man. And there was an Edomite in the car seat, and eventually a big nigga came. Oh, bro, you can't do that, man. But it was a bunch of big niggas with muscles on top of their heads, was just fucking up this Edomite, man.
Well, really, they were in the right spirit,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Like,
it. That's it.
see what they did with this one. You know what they done in this George Floyd riot? Remember they had that famous picture with a nigga picking up the Edomite. Have you seen that dude? I actually looked. I like type. Yeah, and he picked up and he had that mask like that. And that dude is a top fucking demon mason. You see him in suits and that, getting interviewed. Yeah, you know. I'll show you. Yeah,
Wow,
you
you
know.
gotta show me that, bro.
You see it after, like he's a top mason,
But
man.
when you see the pictures, that cracker that was knocked out.
You see him with suits all oily.
Fam,
That was a jab as well, isn't it?
man, you know what, man? That was a setup, man.
Of course, bro.
You know, like a big nigga with a bandana, and a mask and all that, and
Picking
the
up
cracker
some
was his
E.
shoulder knocked out, man. Go ahead, bro. You read that?
Yep, this is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, man. And now, but what it takes for you, Jake, to trust Esau is if he says he listens to Tupac and he smoked weed in college.
Or wears a Scully.
Yeah. Or shoots or hoop.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or wears a New Era hat.
Or his new era hat. Hey,
Oh, if you wore Jordans, that would really top it over the cliff.
Yeah. Hey, bro, remember when? Well, even Kamala Harris.
To say that, yeah.
She fucking said she used to wear.
Tupac.
Yeah, and there's a picture of her wearing the Timberlands and all that, and niggas are like, oh sis, and all that.
Yeah, I ain't seen that. Yeah, I gotta see that.
Joe
Yeah.
Biden, what did he say? If you don't vote for me, you're not really black.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a character, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
You know?
He's a character.
Yeah, because he was vice president to
Remember David
Obeezy.
Obeezy?
You know, and then
Yeah.
do you remember when fucking Obeezy scored the 3-pointer? And he did the fadeaway and all that.
Oh my
You know,
lord,
and he was
bruv,
vice president,
he was
man.
playing basketball with 2 left feet, man. Obama.
Yeah,
My Lord.
but that's the point.
Yeah.
Never trust that fucking enemy.
Yeah, but you know what? Dave Chappelle had that joke where like Bill Clinton, like he said,
Oh, they
he
called
was
him the first black president.
yeah, because you know he was like cool with Jake or whatever. But anyway, Bill Clinton, he had that joke where like he said, I just voted for him because he picked up a black baby and kissed it with confidence. You know, he said, "Come here, little," and he said the N-word, "Come here, little baby," mwah, and he kissed the baby on one of his tours. So he said, "I just picked him. He's a president for me." Basically.
Simple, bro.
Because you know that's what it is, the visuals.
Yeah.
You know, like Kamala Harris with the Tims and
Tims and all that.
you know.
Well, Trump, remember when Trump was leaving office? So what did he do? He released nigga rappers from prison. That black got a pardon from Trump.
Well, and I think under Trump,
And,
they even
and Wayne as well.
what?
And so some of them old school Crips in that.
Wow! And then they got pardons for him to get out. But then didn't Trump? I'm sorry, but didn't Trump? Didn't Trump do something for Jack Johnson as well?
I don't know.
I think he got some papers signed for him, like to a law that something happened. I'll have to check it.
And I think
But
Trump-
he got his family in because Jack Johnson's family have been fighting some case for years, and I think they finally let up on a bit on them.
And remember that time where Trump, he invited them athletes to the Trump Tower to get McDonald's?
Ah,
Remember,
okay,
like,
yeah.
NBA players or NFL players, they got invited and they all had McDonald's and shit.
Yeah.
Even Kanye, man. Kanye was up in the
Kanye,
White House with
got
him.
turned blonde.
Well, wasn't even Trump, if you see him before he became president, that guy was in a lot of films. He was WWE.
Yeah.
He was with Jake's.
Yeah.
Home
He was
Alone.
with
and shit
Jake's, Snoop Dogg and that.
Yeah, he used to host a lot of boxing matches, and
Yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Tyson
yeah.
was coming up.
Yeah. You see?
Trump,
You know?
yeah,
But that's the point.
Cult of personality.
Cult of personality, man. Go ahead.
100%.
Yep. Verse 11, and it says,
And niggas always will even, I mean, so lucky, but even Jake's like will put him, Jake's will put him up in their raps.
Yeah.
I want to be rich like Trump, yo.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, all of that.
Yeah. If you go on YouTube, there's actually a song list of many songs of Trump lyrics.
The Trump in it, yeah.
You know?
Trump Towers and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Trump Tower. Go ahead.
and it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed.
Man, the worst fucking Edomite is a humble Edomite. Because he's really just more snaky. Like, you know, Trump, man, that's really, man, there's more respect for him. You know, in terms
He's just
of,
raw, innit,
he's-
with
he-
it.
Yeah, he's clearly a devil, and he don't hide it. Well, it's a puppet either way. But sleepy creepy Joe Biden. Oh, you know these niggas, man. Biden. You know all that. Man, if you look into some of the key laws he played a part in, you know what I mean? Like in the past, he was really coming for you, Jake, man. But Jake, Biden, you know. Go ahead.
I remember there was an old clip as well of Biden. He was speaking about the mark. He was speaking
yeah,
about
yeah.
the chip.
Yeah.
So you know
You
he's gonna be
will
giving,
really-
he's for that. He's gonna push that as well, man. You know,
Oh,
and
you
that's
might-
gonna be
yeah.
through Jake's.
Yeah.
Did say a cold winter, bro.
You will rule on that, Judge.
You will rule
Mark
on
my
that.
words.
Mark my words.
Talking all like that,
Yeah.
He was ruthless.
but he's your guy.
Go ahead.
And it says,
And Biden used to pass laws on Jake's.
Yeah.
You know, like he was like, I believe he was like one of the ones breaking up, like, you know, passing laws on Jake's to be put in prison more and stuff like that. And Kamala Harris, they were a team.
Team
Kamala Harris has got a lot of Jakes killed.
killed. Yeah. Yeah. But guess what? If she wears some Tims and smoke weed in college,
And her name's really come all over her Harris.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gets cummed on by them crackers with wrinkly old balls and that. You know?
Wearing them umbrellas.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
it says, though
You fucking see old
The
pictures
brothers,
with
the brothers talk about them crackers in the gym, them old crackers with the balls hanging down.
read that, bro. Read from that.
I say,
it says, though he humble himself and go crouching,
yeah.
yet take good heed and beware of him,
slingshot nuts, like. Go on, eh?
and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst
The
wife.
apostles was saying
Yeah,
that.
the apostles said that.
Yeah, that's how I was laughing, man. It just came to my brain.
I
just-
just last week or something.
Slingshot
Yeah,
nuts
you
and
see
that.
them old fucking.
Go on, eh? Go on, eh? But that's who's popping come all over her Harris.
Yeah. Did you fucking in front of old Edomites making it clap, man? Go
Yeah.
ahead. You're not making that old porridge clap. Go ahead.
Oh God. Oh God.
And it says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah, so you know rust, bro, it don't matter. You can paint rust. You know, paint rust, shiny silver. It go and seep through.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it don't stop.
Bottom line.
Like you know, sometimes they have old swords and axes that have been rusty.
Yeah.
And they might shave. You know, YouTube. They might show you the video, shave it off.
Yeah, clean it up and that.
Clean it up and
Old lighter and stuff.
old lighters and
Yeah,
shit.
there's some channels like that.
Yeah. Guess what? It's still going. Eventually, yeah, you've cleaned it. It's gonna come back.
Yeah.
You can't stop rust. You can't stop the rain. You know, you can't
Yeah,
stop the
it's
rust,
gonna come.
man.
It'll come. Yeah.
When it starts to
Leave it
rain,
out again. It will be back there. It'll be coming back.
That's it. That's like Esau, man. So even though now, you know Trump, certain things he was so-called doing for Jakes and certain laws and you know like Jake, a crackpot, a cracker that owns Nike might fund a basketball.
Well, bro,
a basketball pitch. Or
yeah.
whatever. That don't mean nothing, man.
Hey, do you remember that cracker that it came out? He owned like the Clippers or something. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, you just play basketball because I think his wife liked one of them LeBron or one of them. You know them two Jakes that play ball and that. You know, she liked one of them, or they obviously were popping her anyway. Them niggas that play basketball, they do all kind of orgies and
run trains and
they run trains on hoes and you know they do all that. Anyway, bro, he said, "You just play basketball, I pay you, nigga," and all that. You know that, you know that bitter Edomite shit.
I remember that.
But they got the money.
Donald Sterling.
They got the money and they basically, I pay your wages. You'll be nothing without me, and all that. It's the same kind of vibe, you know. But at the same time, when he's running the game, that's Sterling, man, you know. The Jakes love him because they're getting paid and he owns the Clippers. He's cool. He might wear a hat, a new era hat. I don't know what the fuck, you know what I mean?
but his intentions, he hates niggas.
Exactly.
Well, prime example is that
Exactly.
guy in boxing, man. That
He
old
came out and
devil,
said
man.
it.
What's the name?
Frank
bro?
Warren.
No. The one from America, 95.
Oh, Bob Abraham. Bob Arum.
Yeah.
He's still around.
He's 95. It was his birthday the other day, bro.
He's still around, bro.
Yeah, man.
He's got them slingshot nuts. You know, like that old fucking.
Leave him at Crawford, innit?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I'm just playing.
he's left.
Well, Floyd had to leave him.
Yeah,
When Floyd became Money May, is when he left him
Pacquiao
because
left him, I think, as well.
because he was with Bob Arum, but Floyd had to keep fighting to buy his contract out. Because I remember Bob Arum, his golden boy was De La Hoya at one point. Because it was like between him and Floyd. But Floyd was like,
It's better.
yeah, it was just a bit. But then Floyd was basically like the N, you know, the N word. He was like the N word fighter. But he was sick, so Floyd kept winning, and then he eventually bought his contract out with that Jew, man.
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Back in Psalms.
But that Jew has been rinsing Jakes for years
Yeah.
in the boxing game.
No, actually, keep going in that.
The so-called Salakia, the so-called Jew.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, can't.
Let's not give them that praise, man. So that's me.
This is Psalm
Sorry, man.
55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smooth and butter.
Yeah, man. So if you have an Edomite saying good things, man, that's fucking cat. He has an agenda, man. You know, he has an agenda, man. He's a serpent. Never trust thine enemy, man. And prime example. So what's the basic example of being a serpent? This fucking whole scandemic started off with a gook on his lunch break eating bat meat, and then now the main infected is Jake. Don't niggas think about that.
Don't think.
This fucking shit. It supposedly started off with a gook on his lunch break said,
A Wuhan.
yeah, Wuhan, which is all a scam, right? But if you go according to the official storyline, remember when it first started?
Yeah, and they were showing them fish markets
fish
there and
market.
all that.
A fucker,
Slapping
you know,
in the aprons and that.
a Moabite with sharp teeth ate bat on his lunch break, and then he coughed on a nigger, and then that's it. You know, now the whole world is stuck. You're fucking stupid, man. But guess what? Now, what do they say? You know, you know, now we have to stand for the black community because there's been a lot of injustices done to them.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
there's been a lot. So we can't fail the black community. That's what they actually said.
All of a sudden.
And guess what? there's been fucking interviews of certain politicians who said, yeah, come let's go and v Jake. You know what they've actually said to them? So, okay, I understand you want to help us, but so have you been jabbed? You know what he said? He said, nah, I'm waiting for the most vulnerable people.
Yeah.
So they escape with
Shit,
it.
that
He said,
is
I'm
funny.
waiting to you know, it'd be a shame if I get it now. I have
That's
to
joke.
wait for it
Yeah.
to get to the most vulnerable
Yeah, it's
people, and then I'm getting.
That's
True.
jokes.
Even
That's
the,
jokes.
the co-founder of I think Moderna, he's not even.
Yeah, he's not
yabbed.
even-
He's
yeah.
not even yabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he's got underlying conditions which prevent him from
Yeah.
taking the yab. He's chatting
So
shit.
the guy's company.
They ain't got it because they know it's fucking garbage,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Go ahead.
But then there's some people that's getting the third one already,
Third one.
booked it and shit.
And he's, yeah. You know, there's some people that get jabbed from different companies and stunt with it. Oh, yes, I got Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
I got
And
the
I got-
biotech
Yeah, the
and
biotech Moderna. Go ahead.
damn.
Mixing it.
Yeah,
God damn.
a syrup cup of jabs. Go ahead.
It says, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil.
Yeah. So, but war was in his heart. Like, hey, man, a part of our spiritual. The scripture says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So we have the demons, you know, principalities, spiritual warfare. But guess what it says? The rulers of darkness of this world, man.
Yeah.
So there's actual sacrifices that, you know, like, you know, these jakes, they fucking walk around. Oh yeah, bro.
Don't know what's going on, man.
Football match and all that.
That's the valley of the dry
Valley of the
bones.
dry bones. But guess what? There's actual satanic sacrifices of kids to have power over you, man. There's things happening out here, man. Like that whole Travis Scott shit. That was really like a low level
Oh
sacrifice.
hell yeah! And you had that massive mouth with
Yeah,
the people
yeah,
going
yeah,
in
walking
it,
through it.
and then when you go
Which-
look it up,
yeah.
it's like people die. It was they get eaten by that mouth,
yeah.
innit?
And
I
then
can't remember what it's called,
No,
man.
yeah, it was a picture from like a bit like the 1400s, where it's a big mouth and it's all kind of chaos,
And bodies in it.
bodies. But if you go further, there's one. It's actually a representation of Molech. You know, it's, you see the mouth of Molech. You know, if you watch, I believe it was like early 1900s. There's actually a film called Molech. You know them old school films
Yeah.
in black and white.
Yeah.
And they show you it's a big mouth and people are getting in there burning that. You know? Yeah, I know that. That's what it is,
What
man.
happened? They had sore strokes.
And and that's what's happening, man. Now he's pushing his witchcraft to the forefront. You know, they were just saying during the week that California have basically trying to turn, make a like a special place for what's it called, abortions, man. So if there's certain states that you can't really have certain things done, a person can just go there and abort, man, to make it a safe, you know, spot.
Safe haven,
Yeah.
so to speak. Yeah,
A safe place when you kill kids.
It's madness, but that's this world for you.
But it's witchcraft. Like, you know, people talk about it's my right, abortion, but they don't understand. They've actually accepted Satanism.
Big time.
You know, like, you know, people, you know, LGBTQ and all
You
that.
got something that.
You know, but it's
Mate,
straight
you got
witchcraft.
something. You got something.
still
Yeah,
finish
go
it.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures speak about the merciless
Murderers of children.
children.
You know, which was the Canaanites, which they knew fucking Egyptian, you know, is Esau,
It says his
Yeah.
words were
Israel, you know,
his words were softer than oil, yet with a drawn sword.
yet where they're drawn swords, man. So Esau also has an agenda, man. This
Yeah.
is what we was reading in Psalm 664, but we keep going to that.
It's back in Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 13. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Yeah, man. So really, his fucking goal is to try and kill you, man. A prime example is the tribe of Gad, man. They fucking made over 500 treaties with Esau. They broke every one of them.
Didn't keep one.
And guess what? Now you got fucking Edomites saying, I'm native. But
Yeah, they always say those the Cherokee, you know, the bait,
yeah.
so-called bait tribes, you know, like the ones that are known.
the known tribes.
I'm Choctaw.
Yeah, and Choctaw.
Come on, man. I'm Choctaw.
But then,
You see these feathers?
but then, you know, it's interesting. Like, if you go into the information, what's it called, man, in history, basically, there was like school concentration camps, basically, where they take like Gadat kids and teach them fucking English and force them to not speak their language and give them fucking English names, you know, to basically destroy the fucking a history, man. But then what Esau would do is go and marry a Gad, and then later certain laws of like reparations and shit would go to Edomites who claim to be Gad, man. You know, it's fucked up, man. And even certain like Jakes that, like, you know, are more darker skinned, that our Gad can't get those same benefits.
Yeah, because you can't so-called prove it.
Prove your Gad.
Because they basically paid their way onto the role, basically.
Yeah.
Back their grandfathers did.
Yeah.
So that was a way of the real people not getting any looking.
And you're looking, yeah.
And then they writ them off as like to say they're Negroes
Yeah.
on their paperwork and that. Because then you ain't got no claim to the land.
Claim to the land.
So you see all these crackers. That's anyway. But you know, we know a little bit of it. There's brothers, you know, brothers that know.
More to go into.
But you know, we just know what we
Yeah,
little
but then
bit.
if you just go on that base level of, you know, research, that's fucked up, man.
It's fucked up, man.
You know? But guess what? He's a devil, man. And it's a part of his character. Go ahead. So what does that scripture say? Let's see, stand up in thy place, man. He has slew God, and now he's calling himself God. Oh, yeah, I am 1/98th. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And he's pure cracker. Like, he's 100% crack. He's 100%. Yeah, he's he's 100% Edomite from the Caucasus Mountains, covered like a bear. You know, he's just they're Edomites.
That boy's whack.
Because look, man, you got people in Spain.
Yeah.
Because Gad was brought to Spain.
Yes.
Ephraim, all of the tribes, they were brought to Spain. They show you that in the Bourgeois program. They brought them in chains, and I think they paraded them in like Barcelona and Cordoba, these different places. So a lot of them Spanish, a lot of them got to be, some of them, they're like Judah as well. A lot of them Benjamin, Judah, all the tribes, because the Moors were there.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them's Ephraim, a lot of them's Gadites, them Spanish, looking white too.
Yeah. And
You
if
know?
you think about it,
Straight up looking white, but like a lot. Look at why the fuck they win the World Cup and all that all the time. Spanish are always good at football and shit. And you know, God likes them type of sports,
yeah.
like lacrosse, football, and they, you know, that's their kind of thing, man.
And
Like you could see Gadites playing football.
and dominating.
Like you can actually see that, like, you know, like, yeah, man, long field running, being lean, because a lot of their sports they played, like lacrosse. If you know the game lacrosse, it's a game that they play in America, and I think I think it came by the French, but it was Gad that brought it up basically. The Gad that started it, pretty much, and it was a game you're slinging the ball pretty much, and you got like a field goal, but it's a massive field. And you're slinging that ball with the sticks, and you're picking it up, running a lot, basically. You fling it to him, pass the ball. There's loads of them playing it. Obviously now Esau's modified the game, but that came from Gad and that. But I remember I was watching some dude talking about it, and a lot of the games was like based around war, their games. And when you look at them kind of games, it's like they're war games. You're running a lot, endurance. You know, you have to evade hurdles. People trying to tackle you. Yeah, man, lacrosse and that. But anyway, go ahead, right?
No, that's deep. Because, you know, even though you're talking about God, even general, some of the best footballers are from the Northern Kingdom.
They're Latinos. They're Latin brothers, Hispanic brothers, Ronaldinho's, Asher, right?
So a lot of them are Judah.
Naphtali.
In general.
Naphtali is Argentinians, Venezuela, Peru, Colombians, which are Asher and Judah and all that.
Yeah.
So you got all the tribes up in there, man. But it's funny because in Europe, Spain and Italy dominate
They
a lot of football.
They
You know?
they're better than England.
They're better than England. But what I mean is that, yeah, so that proves a lot of them's Jake Judah and all that. But
Ronaldo.
Cristiano
England ain't
Ronaldo,
doing shit.
England are yeah, it's true. But even the thing is, England got a lot of Jakes, yeah?
Now, yeah.
But what it is, even the white Jakes and whatnot, but the thing is, English spirit is stiff. It's the spirit of the land. Like Brazil, they win shit, and their style of football is freestyle. And they bring it to the global stage. It's Italy, they have their style, but their culture's not as... When you meet Italians, they're more freer. Even when you meet Italians, they might work in coffee shops here. Hey, how you do? Hey, what would you like? And they're more freer people. The people in Britain, you just have to... That's why the Jakes are like that.
Stiff.
Everyone's stiff here. You can't express yourself. That's why they don't win shit. But go on, that.
You know, the scripture says, as the judges himself saw the people, they have come under that spirit.
So why do the Italians and the Spanish always win soccer games? Spain was dominating football for the last 10 years, 15 years. Because a lot of them are Israelites, man. But go ahead, that. Go on, that.
Back in the
But a lot of them games too go back to Jake. It's funny. A lot of these sports that you play go back to Jake's, man. Go on, that. Go on, that.
It says, continuing on, it says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Go on, keep going.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Yeah, man. So that's why you Jakes, when shit happened to you, we fucking don't feel sorry for you, man. You know, man, we don't feel sorry for you, man.
Yeah, Jake, you've been warned how many times? Now not to take the yabs and jabs, but you still take it.
Hey, when you... Go on, Matty. Sorry, brother.
So you still take
Sorry,
it.
that.
So when you get your judgment, your punishment, you know, your head is getting split to bowel palsy, strokes. Yeah, you start doing a Harlem shake and shit like that.
You get a huge tongue.
Yeah, huge
Yeah,
tongue.
bro, my nigga's tongue was so big it could be a steak. You could fry that shit, man. Put it between bread.
Fake tongue, man.
Bro, honestly,
Yeah, man. Look like a horse's tongue
it's like a steak.
on a human.
A fucking ribeye steak. Good.
TGI tongue.
Yeah. You fucking put some garlic butter in there. Go ahead.
It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Yeah. So if you go get defiled with Esau, we don't feel pity. But well, that's why in this week, there's been another sports nigga that dropped dead, 33 years old, and he had a seizure apparently. And no one wants to admit the obvious reason why these fucking sports
Athletes
freaks
are
are dying.
dying.
It's very fucking clear. You know, the other week, last week, or 2 weeks ago in football, you had two football fans in two different stands, two matches, two locations
In the Prem, innit?
in the Premier League.
They got Yabassinians,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. And you know what happened? They fucking they had a heart condition.
Oh, yeah. It had to be a heart condition.
Kun Aguero, he played in the Premier League for 10 years, but now he just had a heart condition.
Playing in Spain in a like more slower league
Slower league.
where you can just use your skill more. He had a heart attack. He got Yabassinians, man.
You know?
Yeah, Bolognians out here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, might as well go on that.
But
Yabalonians, you know. Man can put that in the videos, like.
yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, them Yabalonians, man. Go ahead, go ahead.
Kind of time.
Jeez.
Lies. Right? Go back to Psalm 64, bro. Sure.
Council. Illuminati.
Psalm 64 and verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Yeah, who's the perfect? The perfect is Israel. Because in spirit, we're perfect, but in flesh, you know, the righteous...
Just man falleth.
No. What does it say? The righteous more perfect, excellent in his neighbor, but the way of the wicked
Seduces him.
seduces it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's what's happening, man. You know, so that's what they do in secret. They're shooting at Israel, and they're trying to get more or less into the elect, but that's not going to happen. So that's why the scripture calls him the accuser of thy brethren shall be cast down, man. Which includes what? Day and night. He's a slanderer. You know, he tries to make us sin to blame us for it. Oh, see, all your people are eating pork, man. How can you not discontinue? Where's you? Like, if you, like, you know, there was a mass shooting the other day. If you give a kid to a gun to a kid and he shoots the school up, fucking parents' fault, man.
Yeah.
You know, even though he did it. Go ahead.
And it says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares.
So that's what they do. They actually commune of laying snares, and the key snare is this jab, man. Because even if you go into the information, remember the information. You know, that guy took the jab and he said his faith is gone.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then you know there was information coming out basically that jab attacks. You know, they was doing research to try and attack the God gene. You know. That's why in general, if you met people who are jabbed, they're bug outs, man. They're fucking bugged out. Now, you know, as the apostle said, it ain't saying that certain people that have taken it ain't gonna get mercy and, you know, get healed or whatever. But as the apostles have also said, those people who've taken the jab will most likely take the mark, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because they've been compromised, man. You know? Because eventually, when that mark comes, it's like the time of Daniel, the statue, where they bow down. You know?
Tested, man.
They're going to actually bow down to it, man. Go ahead.
And it says, they commune of laying snares privately.
That
They
GMO, man. I'm thought about them GMO foods, man.
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry, bro.
No, go on,
It
bro.
says they say, who shall see them?
Yeah, and hold on, Isaiah 47. You know? Yeah. So that's what they fucking say. Can you imagine that? You know these people, these elites think that the Heavenly Father can't see them, man. But the scripture says the eye of the Lord is in every place, beholding the good and the evil, man. You know, it's like it's like eating some pork in the woods just by itself. You know what I mean? Imagine coming in the woods, you just eating bacon. Like, no, bro, you can't hide from the Lord, man.
The Lord sees that.
The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times
brighter than the sun.
Right, he sees everything. The angels are there, recording everything.
Yeah, man.
You know, can't run.
Beholding the evil and the good.
Beholding the evil and the good, man.
What's the word? The omnipresent?
Yeah, omnipresent means everywhere. If you go underwater and pop a goat, like the Lord see that, man.
Sneaky bastard.
Making a joke, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead.
Like that video with that dude popping a dog and that. Remember that video? And he got caught, man.
Yeah.
And the dude told him, "What are you doing, man? You're doing this in front of a mosque."
Yeah.
He's in the bush popping a dog, like
Yeah.
fucking sick fucks, man.
And it was an old weirdo, man. He been doing that for generations.
Of course, bro. That's in the scriptures, man.
Yeah, man.
Bestiality, yeah.
Go ahead.
Isaiah?
Yeah. You can.
Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments.
Yeah, and bro, can you do me a favor? Get the same scripture in NLT. Right?
Stand now with thine enchantments.
Because if you read that scripture, the Lord is mocking these elites. He's actually mocking them.
Go on then. Do your thing.
He's mocking them, man. Stand now, because you know what? Read Salakia. Read from verse 10.
Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
Yeah, so all these elites will be doing these sacrifices, man. If you go up, it speaks about whereas thou hast labored from thy youth. From the inception of America, that's where Esau's main arm of oppression comes from. He's been involved in wickedness, but then even here, you know, a lot of wicked, you know, sacrifices and shit come from here. Remember, this country is known as the mother of Babylon.
That's it. Come.
What are you gonna say, bro?
No, a lot of the laws get passed from here. Remember, this place still technically rules America. The crown. The crown of the queen still technically rules America, man. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that pass here, they implement in America, man. It's their system, man. You know, so and remember, this is where the head elites reside. That's why it's so creepy, man. You know, it's talking about the spirit of this land, the Jakes. You grow up like a creep. You know, you're stiff. You're not free flowing. You know, this is not Brazil. You know, like even though them Jakes over there, they're wicked. You can't express yourself here. You're really robotic here, because it's who's ruling it here, man. And yeah, they do pass them laws in America too, man. Them Rothschilds. Don't get it like, you know, this place, England's got a lot of power, bro. Like the devils over here, they got a lot of say-so on the planet. They rule it, man. Anyway, go on, right?
And it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee."
Yeah, it's so really, you know, basically his own wickedness and knowledge has blinded him, man. You tripping, Esau. You tripping, Esau. You know? That's what's going
Get
on,
on that
man.
spirit, man. Get on the masterpiece spirit.
Yeah, that masterpiece spirit. You tripping,
Esau
Esau.
don't like that neither, man.
Yeah,
Them
man.
Jakes are really in their element.
Yeah.
Getting that masterpiece spirit, man.
You tripping, Esau. That's what's going on, man. That's really what's going on, man.
Esau tripping, man.
He's done sacrifices, so now he think he can compete against the Lord. But that's why the Vatican was trying to fund an investigation to find King David's bones, man, to raise up, you know, the Lord. How
Esau
far
is
can you
mad,
get,
bro.
man? You're
Esau-
fucking mad, bro.
You're mad.
Bro,
You tripping, Esau?
you tripping, Esau.
Esau's out of his nut, bro.
Alright, bro. And you're supposed to be the Vatican. I mean, ain't you seen the scripture that says the Lord's
They're
coming
mad,
back?
bro. They're mad.
So that's what the scripture's saying, basically.
Yeah, there's a scripture that says like, but you know, Esau, by my hand have I done this?
Yeah.
Referring to how he's got us in the condition wherein he thinks he does everything by himself. You're actually mad, man.
You tripping,
And you really
Esau.
think the Lord's gonna let you get King David's bones and whatnot? Are you mad? Like,
You fucking mad.
he's a loser, man.
Guess
You
what?
really think the Lord's gonna let you find the true deep things? Like,
Yeah.
The ark.
you're not gonna get your hands on things. The Lord might allow you to have, you know, find certain architecture and that. You know why? Because it will boost his pride. The more he gets into that, the more see it is me. But that's the Lord, because the Lord's raised up the basest thing to the most exalted position now that we're in, to humble him, to show his power in the end. Because no kingdom's had everything Esau's got. The rulership that he's got, the power that he's got, so to speak. Because there's kingdoms better than this. But what I mean is the power that Esau's got.
And technology.
But it's for the Lord to destroy
And
him.
weapons.
Yeah. But it's for the Lord to destroy him.
Right?
It hath
So it is,
perverted
mate.
thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Bro, have you got the same scripture?
What verse was that?
10.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
NLT.
let's quickly just read that to just, you know,
This
show
is,
the example.
this is Isaiah 47 and verse 10 in the NLT,
We'll close up soon, yeah?
Yeah.
and it says, "You felt secure in your wickedness.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead.
No one sees me," you said.
Those other like translations are
tripping,
jokes.
Straight
Like,
back to this.
that's like because obviously the King James is like that's the ultimate.
That's the ultimate.
That's
yeah.
the ultimate parable. Those other
It's
like,
used to kind of bring a cross reference.
but the way it's like that's like kind of plain too.
Plain
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like a prime example is like, you know,
Because someone was, I'm sorry, but if you read what you're reading in the King James, someone could say, well, how does it mean that?
Yeah,
but then when
yeah.
you're looking in that one now, it's like it's actually telling you plainly.
plain,
You know, whereas the King James is like parabolic.
yeah.
Not every scripture is parabolic,
Yeah,
but you know, it's a mystery.
Yeah.
But it's funny how they're breaking it down like that in that.
But a perfect example is on Deuteronomy. You know when you speak about rape. If you go into the NIV, it says rape.
Yeah.
Plain English.
Yeah.
But you know the other one, it says if a man come and lay hold
Yeah.
of her.
Which
But,
is
if you go into that version, it straight up says rape, man. So that's why that's why sometimes the King James is the purest version of the scriptures. But sometimes you can use Esau's own sword against him, you know, because he might try and create a version to pervert its meaning, but when you put it in plainer in his version, it cuts his ass. You know, go ahead, keep reading that.
I'll read it again. It says, "You felt secure in your wickedness. No one sees me," you said, "but your wisdom and knowledge have led you astray."
Yeah. So you were so concerned about cutting us off as a people, but you forgot that the Lord's gonna fuck you up.
Yep.
Bro, it don't matter what the fuck you think he can do. Man's goings after the Lord, bro.
That's right.
Pharaoh, right? Pharaoh got so proud, which is the Lord anyway that put the spirit in him. He got so proud and deceived that he thought he could chase the Israelites. This nigga didn't consider. You know the sea split, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, hold on. Let's step back, man. Fuck this.
Yeah.
No, that's basically what he should have done.
Proud.
He said, "Fuck that, nah, man. Let's get them." So what happened?
Swallowed up.
The Lord for the angels was fucked up their wheels, and they got fucking stuck, and they kept chasing, and then the sea closed up on their ass.
Pride goes before destruction.
Yeah,
That's it.
Holy Spirit before a fall. Go ahead, let's speed through that.
Right? And it says, "But your wisdom and knowledge have led you astray, and you said, I am the only one, and there is no one, and there is no other." That was the end of that.
Go on.
Verse 11 says, "So disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm it away."
That's it.
So the same witchcraft that you used, you're
can't
gonna get
charm it
judgment
away.
for it. And you can't, like, for example, like, prime example, when we, Lord willing, get the spiritual power, the scripture says, though they dig into hell, that's how my and take them. So when he's in his underground bunkers, you can't get a priest to do a quick sacrifice. Yo, can you do a quick child sacrifice, man?
You're getting snatched.
No, you're getting snatched, bro. Go ahead.
And it says, so disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm it away. Calamity will fall upon you, and you won't be able to buy your way out.
Yeah, go ahead.
A catastrophe will strike you suddenly,
Yeah.
one for which you are not prepared.
So really, you know through his guns and weaponry, this guy thinks he has a chance.
One for which you are not prepared.
For which you're not prepared, man. Go ahead.
And it says, now use your magical charms.
So this is the same thing where it says, stand now without enchantments. Go ahead.
Use the spells you have worked at all these years.
That shows you that we are the people of the Most High, man. Because he's talking with personality.
That's how Jake.
That's Jake. You know, that's the same thing. You remember, like Elijah mocked those false prophets. He said, "Oh, you don't remember?
Yeah.
Remember he's scoffing against them.
Yeah.
That's what.
Well, where's your gods?
Yeah. Well, that's what he's
That's Jake talking.
yeah. But that's the same
It's
thing the
true,
Lord's
it's true.
doing here. Go ahead.
It says, maybe they will do you some good.
Maybe they'll do some good. You know what that's like? The other guy be talking shit. He's like, bro, when I see you, fam, I'm gonna bang you up. And you catch him.
Oh, where's that same energy you were going on? Yeah?
I didn't mean it like that.
Go on.
No, go on. Stand now, bruv.
Yeah. Say something.
I didn't, you know what it is? No, it's not about you know what it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you.
Go ahead.
It says, all the advice you received has made you tired.
He's tired, man. Go ahead.
It says, where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month?
Yeah. Oh, you know, if you sacrifice a few more babies, man, I'm telling you, man, them prophets are going to be going out there.
So where's your man then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds.
Ooh, so that's it, man. That's it on that. So, hey, Esau can't be stopped. Oh, sorry. Esau is gonna be stopped, man. You know, and guess what? What I was trying to say is that his wickedness can't stop his judgment, man. You know, all his sacrifices, his spells, his enchantments, that's not going to stop your judgment, man. All right? So, hey, you want to close up, bro?
That's it, yeah, man. Yeah, we'll close up. We close up.
Alright, bro.
Hey, you know, with that, we're going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukak, Wadash. No double honest. That's right. That's right.
See you till next time.
Shalom, Makian. Shalom, Makian.